We begin the countdown to kickoff for our featured game. We're joined by Central football coach Ben Heitland. Coach, this was a team that played JV a season ago, had some success. First off, let's talk about the Warriors playing varsity this year. Who's back for you on the varsity level this year?
Yeah, so coming back, Ryan Schrader will be in the middle of the offensive line for us at center. Wide receivers, Cale Depke's back, Jack Scharf, Kyle Reinhardt, both contributed on offense as well last year, as well as on the defensive side, all three of those. Braxton Borman, coming back, middle linebacker, did a pretty good job for us last year as well. So those are kind of some of the key returners for us this year.
All right, so let's talk about newcomers. Expect some new kids to contribute this year?
Yeah, so we actually got a couple of seniors that had previously played, but were not out last year that decided to come back out. So Mark Hairtrump, Noah Dearson, they're going to be big physical kids for us on the offensive and defensive line. Owen Hammersland, an incoming freshman, he'll get some playing time on the varsity level as well. He's an athletic kid who's pretty well physically matured for his age. So we look for those guys to kind of step up and fill some roles for us too.
All right, let's talk about number-wise here. As again, it looks like you have good numbers out this year.
Yeah, we have 21. We have pretty good split. 5 seniors, 5 juniors, 7 sophomores, and 4 freshmen.
All right, so that's positive there number-wise. Let's talk about Edgewood Colesburg in this season opener. What do you know about the Vikings?
So they like to run a double twin set. Like to throw the ball. When they do throw the ball, it seems to come out pretty quick. They also like to run their quarterback, so we got to be ready for that as well.
What do you see as keys in the ball game for Central then? What do you have to do?
Keys in the ball game, just play assignment football, know what our assignment is and execute there. Also, tackling will be a big thing for us. We didn't tackle real well last Friday in our scrimmage, so we got to shore up some tackling and then create some turnovers as well.
All right, you mentioned that scrimmage. What are some of the other things you got out of that scrimmage from last week?
We had some small things to fix. No real glaring issues, but small things that we've worked on this week that hopefully will be fixed. Just another good week of practice. It was good for us to see some live action last Friday and really be able to evaluate where we are. So,
all right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game tonight. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Central football coach Ben Heitland and his Warrior team. The countdown to kickoff continues after this.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is asking members to do the summer shift. No, it's not a dance. Simply reduce your electricity use between the hours of 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. on weekdays. That's when power costs the most. So turn up the thermostat, delay the dishwasher, shift the start of laundry, and you can help keep the electricity rates affordable. This summer savings message is brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Alameda Clayton, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Alameda Clayton Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Warrior Viking football is brought to you in part by Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Northeast Iowa Sub-Drains in Strawberry Point, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, member FDIC, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. We continue the countdown to kickoff for our featured game. We're joined by Edco football coach James Rochford. Coach, your team last season reached the postseason. Let's talk about, first off, who's back for the Vikings this season.
Well, our seniors back are Grady Mather, Caden Cole, Bennett Steger, Connor Kirby, Carter Oberbrockling, and Jake Schilling. So those guys were, a big part of last year. And juniors that played quite a bit was Will Wiskus and Price Rochford.
All right, so that's a good group. So I take it you have some newcomers expected to contribute this year.
We do. We've got some other juniors that have come a long way, in the weight room and with their feet and stuff, and a few sophomores that are, cracking the lineup here and there and helping us out quite a bit. So, all in all, we're not going to be a real deep team, but we should be able to put 8 pretty good ball players on the field.
All right, let's talk about position-wise there, because I know you lost your quarterback from a year ago, so who goes where position-wise?
Well, Price is moving to quarterback. Carter Oberbrockling is going to run some running back. Caden Cole, he'll be an end. The wideouts right now are Bennett Steger and Christopher Lang. And then the line is, Will Wiskus is back at center. Grady Mather is back at guard. We've got between Connor Kirby and Jake Schilling and a couple of juniors, we got some pretty good guys to fill in that other guard position. So, they're holes to fill, definitely. Losing Dawson and Kale, that was, 2 big parts of our offense and defense.
So certainly some good pieces to build upon there. And defensively, a lot of those kids contributing there. What do you feel like your strength is defensively?
Defensively, we're big up front. This isn't the fastest team we've ever had. We've got some size to kind of hold the line and allow the linebackers to flow a little bit, I hope. That's kind of the goal. We graduated speed, and the next class up, the sophomores coming up, we're basically one skill position, the other 5 or 4 are linemen. So that's got to be a strength for us.
All right, let's talk about Central now. What do you know about the Warriors?
Not a lot. New coach. We played them last year as JV, but with a different coach, and a few of those athletes graduated. So, we're kind of guessing a little bit as to what they're going to come out with, trying to prepare against about everything. So.
All right, keys in the ball game for Edco. Then, what do you want to see in Week 1 here?
Well, no injuries. Number 1. Number 2, I'd like to see some discipline with lining up in the correct alignment and getting off the ball, at the snap, not before, no penalties. Just those little things you work on during the season that drive a coach nuts.
Sure.
That'd be great if we could avoid those.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you afterwards.
All right. Thanks, Dan.
Edco football coach James Rochford on his Viking program. Countdown to kickoff continues after this.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Elkader on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
People's State Bank is locally owned and locally managed with 20 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology, we're it. As a community bank, we're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Good evening once again, everybody. How you doing? Dan Behrens along with Coach Aaron Hamann. We welcome you to Edgewood Community Dreams Field and the 8-man opener tonight on KCTN. It is the Central Warriors making their return to the varsity level this season, and the Edco Vikings, a team that has been to the postseason each of the last 2 years in their first 2 seasons in 8-man. As I'm joined by Coach Hamann.
Yeah, exciting night here at Edco, opening up the season with some 8-man action here, and 2 very different teams. Central getting back into football, varsity football. It's exciting for their fans. They've got a crowd coming out tonight, and Edco reloading a little bit here and looking to make some noise in this first year of another 2-year contract for 8-man football.
All right, let's talk about the Central Warriors. As we mentioned, they played a JV schedule last year and actually had some success at the JV level, but they know this is a step up. We talk about some of the individuals, and it will start with them running the football. Logan Sharp gets the start at running back. He is a junior. Isaac Lone is a sophomore. He'll start at quarterback. Let's start with those 2 kids.
The leadership that they do have, but I think this is a very young team, and I think Sharp as a junior is going to hopefully give some of that leadership for this team. They do have a couple of seniors on here, a lot of linemen, a lot of guys up front in the trenches working hard, but Isaac Lone as a sophomore has a decent arm. He can throw the ball. He's a smart kid, so I think he's going to bring some calmness, hopefully, to this chaos that they're going to go through in their first varsity game in over a year.
Owen Hammersland is a freshman. You figure he'll see time at the tailback spot as well, running the football. But you mentioned for Central, the good news is the experience you have up front. 3 seniors. Ryan Schrader is the starting center. He's a senior. Mark Hertrumpf is at one guard, another senior. And Noah Dearson, the other guard, who wears number 2 as a guard, by the way, he is another senior, so it's good to have that experience, especially up front.
Yeah, these guys went through it when they were sophomores, didn't get to play a varsity season as juniors, but as seniors coming back out here and hopefully leading this team and trying to win things up front, there's a lot of inexperience on the Edco side in the line, so that might be an advantage there for the Warriors in tonight's ballgame.
The other thing, you've got some experience at the wide receiver spot. Cale Depke is a senior wide receiver, Sam Fetkether, another senior wide receiver, and Jack Scharf will be played some tailback JV last year. He'll be a wide receiver this year.
Yeah, he's a junior. All those guys itching to be out there. It's hard to tell with a team that didn't play a varsity schedule, but, man, they had some success at the JV level. They've got some athletes out there. They're not a huge team. They're not a tall team, but, man, they play hard, and we expect a lot out of those younger guys.
They've got, I believe, 21, 22 kids out for football. Edco the same as well. Let's talk about the Vikings. And, again, they're having to replace a couple of key skill positions last year in Cale Funk, Dawson Bergen, but it's a good place to start when you return number 22 for them, Price Rochford, who played some quarterback last year, and he is a 5'10", 195-pound junior. Let's start there.
Yeah, Price has been working really hard in the offseason, working on his quickness, his foot speed. He was a pretty fast kid to begin with, but really put in the time and the effort and brought a lot of guys with him. A lot of those receivers, he came to workouts, working on routes, trying to figure this thing out and get his team to the place that he wants. And I think he's feeling comfortable with where they're at. But he returns 214 yards on the ground, but 6 touchdowns. And in the air, he threw 3 touchdowns, came in that key game against Central City when Funk went down and did a nice job in there.
Yeah, Carter Oberbrockling moves into the starting running back spot. He's a senior, 5'11", 205 pounds. And then up front, you've got experience, just like Central does. Will Wiskus, the anchor of the line, the center, 6'4", 270 pounds. The guards are Jake Schilling. He's a 6'1", 200-pound senior. Grady Mather, the other starting guard. He's a 5'8", 210-pound senior. And again, just like Central up front, good to have experience.
It is. These guys have some experience. Maybe not as much game time as they would want under their belts, but they're going to learn in a hurry, and they've been in the trenches. They've been through this. They kind of know what to expect, and I think that's going to be a key for both of these teams is winning things up front.
Now, as far as receiving-wise, tight end is Caden Cole. He's another senior, 6'2", 180 pounds. The wide receivers, some youngsters there, although Stager's a senior. Bennett Stager, he's a 5'11", 175-pound senior, but Christopher Lang is the other starting wide receiver, and he's just a sophomore at 5'11", 165.
Well, and I think Bennett Steger as a senior has shown some really good hands in practice in the preseason here. Caden Cole, a senior, coming off the end, a nice tall target there, and then some speed in Christopher Lang, and I think the other one, Carson Ingalls, number 1, another sophomore who will see some time, some quickness out of those younger guys, so they'll see their moments in the game as well tonight.
And, of course, it's 8-man football, which means you're going to see a lot of the same names on the defensive side, but keep an eye, obviously, on the linebackers tonight. And for Central, that's Braxton Borman, a sophomore, and also Owen Hammersland, a freshman. They have 2 young kids starting at linebacker, along with the senior and Cale Depke.
Yeah, tough kids, and I think they're going to work hard, but I'm just worried about them not having the experience, the flow to the ball, and not having those varsity minutes to kind of know what to expect. They're going to have to do a lot of growing up in a hurry.
Also, the nose guard up front is Jacob Cook. He is a junior. That will be the anchor up front. The defensive ends are Noah Dearson, along with Sam Fetkether. They actually have 3 starters that only go one way on each side for Central. So keep an eye on those linebacking cores. That's where it's going to start. And that's the same for Edco, as Price Rochford and Carter Oberbrockling, their 2 top tacklers at the linebacker spot, along with Carson Ingalls, a sophomore, at 5'7", 135, starting at a linebacker spot.
Yeah, they've got a lot of talent in that linebacking crew coming back. Rochford last year, 68 tackles, 33 solos. Oberbrockling, 44 tackles, 14 solos. Caden Cole even on the end position there with 28 tackles, 15 solos. So there's a lot of guys who know how to get guys to the ground, which is a key here in 8-man football.
Mather and Cole start at the defensive end, and the nose guard is Connor Davis. He's 6'1", a junior, and 285 pounds. So that's the starting lineups, that's the numbers, and the information for these ball clubs. When we return, we'll talk about what else is going on. We'll talk about keys in the ball game and have the opening kickoff coming up. It's a warm night, but not as warm as it's been. You can actually breathe outside.
You can breathe. It's a gorgeous night.
So the opening kickoff coming up next. You're listening to the Countdown to Kickoff from KCTN Sports.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
It's back to school time again, and that means the fall sports season is in full swing. Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Courtney Wicken, and the staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona wish all of our area cross-country, volleyball, and football student athletes a very healthy and successful season. Get out and support your local school sports teams this fall. Family Dentistry of Monona, where health-changing smiles are created.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel garage doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center for Midland overhead doors sales and service. No trip to Northeast Iowa is complete without a visit to the Turkey River Mall in Elkader. Browse and shop through 4 levels with over 14,000 square feet of purely unique shopping. You'll discover an eclectic mix of old and new, including antiques, jewelry, high-end and resale clothing for kids and adults, furniture, art, books, toys, crafts, rocks and minerals, and think custom apparel. Visit our updated website at turkeyrivermall.com or like and share our Facebook page.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by TD Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Elkader, Carl's Grocery in Edgewood, Prestige Day Spa, Ray's Excavating, Del Clay Farm Equipment in Edgewood, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, and TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Welcome back once again to Edgewood, just a few minutes away from our starting lineup with week number 1. Warriors wearing their away red bottoms. They have the white tops there, and of course, Central across the front with the red numbers and the black trim. Edco, black bottoms and tops with the yellow numbers there, and the white trim around the side. Vikings across the front of their uniforms. And both teams with logos on their helmets, with Central wearing the red helmets, and the Vikings logo on their helmet, the black helmets with the yellow face masks. Let's talk about what else is going on tonight, and actually we've had one game completed. Postville and Nashua Plainfield actually played last night in the first ball game of the season, and it was Nashua Plainfield beating Postville by a final score of 48-0. Postville's down in Class A, but remember, this is a team still building.
It is. It's a team still building, and I think the key there for that game is they needed officials, so that's why that was on Thursday. So we're going to see a few games Thursdays and Saturdays throughout the year.
I think it's going to be more common. There may be as many as 9 or 10 games each Friday night that either have to be played on a Thursday or a Saturday across the state due to just the lack of officials. It's a common problem. We know that the North Fayette Valley Crestwood game in October will be played on October 12th. So teams have known this for a while, and you just adjust your schedule if you can, again, how that works out. So Nashua Plainfield starting their victory with over Postville last night. Other games tonight, Clayton Ridge and West Fork getting together at Wartburg College. Kind of the midway point for both those teams.
Yeah, kind of a midway. That's a long trip for both of them, but a chance to play on a really nice field there and get some exposure there at Wartburg.
MFL Marmac, highly ranked in Class 1A, returning plenty from a season ago. They reached the quarterfinals last year in Class 1A. They're entertaining Crestwood tonight, which is a 2A playoff team from a season ago.
Yeah, good competition up there in Monona tonight.
And also tonight, Starmont playing Southwind, two teams hoping to get back to the postseason this year. And North Fayette Valley hosting Independence tonight as well. That is a 7:30 start there in West Union. So that's what's happening across the area tonight. We'll have updates on all those games throughout the night. Let's talk about keys in the ball game. Edco won the flip, but decided to defer. They'll play defense first. Let's talk about Central first off.
Well, I think for both of these teams, it's going to be establishing what you want to do on offense, and it's going to be sure tackling. You're talking 8-man football. There's not a lot of extra guys behind you, so if you've got the lead on the tackle, you need to follow through and finish that tackle. But I also think tonight, hydration is going to be huge. These guys have been out in the heat for all week, working on practices, going early mornings, late night. We're going to see cramps tonight, and guys going down just need to stay hydrated.
Yeah, teams have went very early in the morning getting done, or in some cases, even yesterday, just had walkthroughs in the gym.
Yeah.
Just to stay cool. And, of course, several schools dealing with getting out early, which canceled all the after-school activities. Our officials for tonight's ball game, Jim Prante, Steve Hofert, Mike Johnson, Patrick Lincoln, Jason Halverson. We know 3 of those guys really well. The other 2 guys are good guys, too. Great to have these guys with our season opener tonight.
Absolutely, and we hope they stay hydrated as well. It's much better out tonight, as you said, Dan. It's still pretty hot for opening night football.
We may see some stoppage of play tonight, maybe through the midway point of the first quarter or maybe 4 minutes in. That is just an official break to let the kids get some water.
Yeah, just a water break. I would assume so.
And it will be Bennett Stager to launch it away for Edco here. Back to receive for Central. Deep is number 5 back there, and that is Cale Depke. He's on the right hash mark. And also back there as well is number 21, and that is our number 20, is that it?
I think that's
23.
21. I think that's Borman,
that
or
is
that
Braxton
Scharf?
Borman. So Scharf wears 23. It is Braxton Borman there. Short kick fielded by Braxton Borman at the 19-yard line, down right there. It was Sharp. It was actually number 28. We were both wrong. Logan Sharp is who. I thought you said Sharp, but you may have been saying Sharp.
Sharp, yep. But
28 is who that was. No return as Borman, the up back, fields it on the near sideline at the 19-yard line, and it is first down, 10 yards to go for the Warriors. Of course, if you're unfamiliar with the 8-man game, we have an 80-yard field not as wide, and there tends to be a lot of scoring in the 8-man game. A missed touchdown usually results, or missed tackle usually results in a touchdown.
Yeah, a lot of up-tempo here in the 8-man game, and we expect to see that tonight.
Isaac Lone works out of a short pistol formation. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They're going from right to left. In motion, left to right is Depke. Toss play left side to Sharp, trying to get around the corner. Stumbles at the 20-yard line, stops short just near the sideline. Good pursuit by Edco, number 20, Caton Cole, pushing things down the line. It is no gain on first down, second down and 10.
Yeah, nowhere to go there, a little slow developing, and Sharp just not able to get around to that corner. I think if he did get there a little quicker, he'd get a few yards out of that, but just not quick enough getting off the line.
Toss play to the left is how they ran that, as Central works from the middle of the field, so no gain. Second down, 10 yards to go. Receivers split left and right, and now Depke moves into a end spot. and Sharp is behind Lone. Snap back to Lone, right back to Sharp. Brings it between guard, right side, guard and end, and he maybe gets to the 20-yard line. Not much room there again. Is Edco clearing things out for the linebacker, Price Rochford, to shoot through on the left side, make the stop, only a gain of a yard.
Yeah, Rochford in on that, and Overbrockling, nice job in that tackle as well. Both of those guys working well in that linebacker crew.
We know the Warriors want to establish the run. 2 plays, they have 1 yard, and this is a 3rd and long situation, always tough for any team. You have 3 receivers, and they work from the right hash mark, 2 receivers to the right, and Lone again out of pistol to throw the football. Flushed out of the pocket, rolling to the right, now looking to run, throws it on the run. The pass on the far sideline intended for number 47 there in Sam Fetkether at the 40-yard line, off his hands, incomplete, as Lone actually threw across his body heading towards the sideline. It is 3 and out for Central on the opening series.
Yeah, tough throw there for Lone, but he did a nice job of getting his shoulders through and trying to get that pass, but it looks like the Warriors are going to go in punt formation.
And it will be Cale Depke standing back at his own 10-yard line to launch it away. Price Rochford goes back to the 30-yard line for the return. And there is the snap back and a short kick away from Rochford. It bounces at the 30-yard line. Rochford gets it on a hop, brings it left sideline, 35-yard line, and he steps out of bounds at the 37-yard line, tackled by Jack Scharf, who stopped him and pushed him onto the sideline, enough for first down. And this is where the Vikings take over. 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. They mark it at the 35, and they have their first possession.
Yeah, it's always kind of interesting, that 4th down play. There's not a lot of punts that happen, but Central was deep enough in their own territory, not able to get that ball going. They had to punt that away. We'll see what Edco comes out and tries to establish with their first possession.
Usually the think in an 8-man is if you're at the 30-yard line, it's going for it. I mean, it's almost midfield.
It's almost midfield.
So 1st down, 10 yards to go. Rochford runs out of shotgun formation. Running back to his left, it is Oberbrockling. Goes around left end, turns the corner. 40-yard line, 1st down, inside Warrior territory, down the 5 sideline. Gets inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. Great trap play on the left side, and Oberbrockling able to sprint through it. 1st down, 10 yards to go. The Vikings with the big play.
Yeah, 28 yards on that carry. Nice job by Overbrockling getting through that first wave and then waiting for his blockers downfield, and they did a great job of springing him for that big gain.
So just like that, they're down to the 17-yard line on 1st down, 10 yards to go. So the Vikings threatening inside the red zone on their first series. Rochford now again out of shotgun. To his left is Oberbrockling. It's a direct snap, and they're going to run it with Rochford. Rochford's got a hole at the middle. Goes inside the 10. Down to the 5. Strolls in. Touchdown. Got it on the second play. Price Rochford, a 17-yard sprint right up the gut, and the Vikings strike first.
Yeah, nice job there, just waiting for his blockers to come, and once he saw that hole, accelerated through, nobody touched him, an easy touchdown there for Rochford.
So it's almost like a Wildcat setup, but again, Rochford can throw the football. So a great start for the Vikings on their opening series, leading 6-0, and obviously most teams in the 8-man game always go for 2, and that's what Central is facing here as Edco splits receivers left and right. Oberbrockling is to the right of Rochford. Here's your conversion attempt. Right back to Rochford. Brings it around right end. Untouched. Goes in for the conversion. 10:05 left in the opening act. Vikings strike first. They lead by a score of 8-0. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency. 8-0, Edco in the lead. We've played a minute 55, and to launch it away this time will be number 16, Nick Eulenkamp for Edco. From the 30-yard line, back to receive, you have Sharp at the near side hash mark, and also Depke on the right side. This time it goes by Sharp, rolls all the way back into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Sharp misplayed the bounce at the 10-yard line, actually bounced away from him, but it goes into the end zone for a touchback, and it's 1st down, 10 yards to go, and the Warriors will take over at their own 15-yard line. That's a difference from the normal field. We take over at the 15.
Yeah, and that was kind of risky there. Sharp just misplayed it, but luckily it squeaked into the end zone there, so Central's going to get the touchback. They're going to start their second series here on their own 15-yard
First
line.
down, 10 yards to go. 2 receivers to the right, a receiver to the left. Sharp and Lone is in pistol formation about halfway between the center and the tailback. And we're looking at right side. Lone throws the football. It is thrown short up at the 32-yard line, just outside the hash mark at the 22-yard line, rather. The pass intended for Sam Fetkether, but it was down at the feet. He couldn't haul it in. Would have been a pickup of 6. He was open there.
Yeah, and Lone just didn't get his elbow up on that. The play was open. Fetkether was open there, but just not a pass up at his chest. It was down by his ankles.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Warriors yet to get some really forward yardage here from the line of scrimmage. They line up with a now tight formation without a receiver and somebody moving up front. And this is number 23, Jack Sharp, who moved down to end. And it is false start against the Warriors. Now, it's the season opener. You're going to see some of these types of penalties. As we always say, if you're in week 4 and week 5 having these penalties, you're having a long season.
Yeah, that's when you start scratching your head. But different formation there for the Warriors, kind of a power I formation and a very tight formation, trying to get some gains here.
And they work under center with Lone. So now you've got a fullback and a tailback. They run it right side, and Sharp fumbles the football, and it's picked up by the Vikings at the 10-yard line. He never really got it exchanged from Lone, coughs up the football, and I believe it is Price Rochford who picks it up at the 10-yard line, and the Vikings in business after the turnover.
Yeah, that ball never got secured. It wasn't put in there real tight. Sharp never got his hands on that. That ball was loose from the get-go, and as soon as it hit the ground, there were Vikings all over that thing.
So you had a very tough first drive for Central, and now a bad drive here on the second that results in a turnover. So first down, 10 yards to go. Vikings leading 8-0. And all of 7 seconds went off on that series. They have receivers split left and right. Snap back to Rochford. He brings it right side. He's got to hold the middle. Inside the 5. They clear the path. He strolls in right side. 2 touches for Rochford. 2 touchdowns. And the Vikings lead 14-0.
Yeah, he was untouched there into the end zone. Nice blocking up front. Nice blocking by his backs.
And what happened is they were able to pull, and there was just a clear path. I mean, Edco has the size advantage up front, and they cleared it for him. That's a moving company there.
Yeah, there was no doubt about him getting in the end zone there. Went virtually untouched, and that's huge for the Vikings.
So now they'll try for the conversion. We have played 2 minutes and 8 seconds of this football game, and Edco leads 14-0, threatening to go up 16-0. So here is your conversion. Oberbrockling is to the left of Rochford. Receiver split left and right. They run it right side. Oberbrockling, he's got a hole at the middle, goes in for the conversion. They ran a counter play to the right. He strolls in. 9:52 left in the opening act. 16-0. Vikings in the lead. Let's take this break.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
16-0, Edco in the lead. Price Rochford has 2 touchdowns, a 17-yard run and a 10-yard run. Both PATs good. Warriors set to receive for the 3rd time in this ballgame, and just looking for something positive offensively.
Yeah, and maybe it can start here on the kickoff. I think they need to move up a little bit. Edco has not kicked it very deep. They need to catch that on the run, get some momentum, try to get to midfield, start with some positives here for the Warriors.
And now we have yet another kicker for Edco. So this is kind of like a season opener, an extended practice. Number 80 for...
I think it's 88.
And it is. It is Ben Piersbacher. Piersbacher is a 5'10" freshman. So Piersbacher becomes the third Viking to try at the kickoffs here. So they'll launch it from the 30-yard line. And again, Piersbacher, it's going to go to the backfield, and it's going to be picked up there by number 40. That is right side carrying the football. Kyle Reinhardt brings it right side across the 20 out to the 25-yard line. Reinhardt took it from the left hash mark, brought it around right side to the far sideline. Nice return out to the 26-yard line, and the Warriors have their best starting field position of the night.
Yeah, nice run there by Reinhardt, following his blockers. That was returning to the right. Had guys over there, got to the sideline there, pushed out of bounds, but they're going to start on their own 27. So much better field position for the Warriors.
And that was a change for Central with Reinhardt back to receive as one of the deep backs for the Warriors. So the Warriors line up, two receivers to the left, a receiver to the right, and Alone again works here out of pistol. Alone to throw the football. Rolling left, throws it into the flat, and that ball is caught, but down for a gain of a yard is Jack Scharf on the near sideline, just at the 0 of the 30. Able to go down low. He's tackled there by number 10 in Christopher Lang. It's a gain of 2 yards. Quick hit play to the left side, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, some positives there. It's only a gain of 2, but they had Borman in the backfield coming out on a pass play, and they had Scharf open in the flat. So nice recognition there by Lone.
Yeah, Borman in the backfield now. 2 receivers to the right, a receiver to the left. On 2nd down, 8 yards to go. And again, now Caden Cole jumps off sides. Good change of cadence there by Alone. And Caden Cole jumps off sides, the right end for Edco. That is a 5-yard penalty that puts Central in a 2nd and short, which they would love to be in all night long.
Well, we just talked about some positives, Central needing some positive gains. Here's another one, 2nd and short, so they got a couple of downs to work with here. They're going to get themselves to midfield.
2nd down, 3 yards to go. Pistol formation. They run the football with Borman. Hit in the backfield by Oberbrockling. Fumbles the football, but recovered by the Warriors. Lone, Johnny on the spot, saw the ball kick back. They're going to lose about 5 or 6 yards on this. Back to the 28-yard line, but Oberbrockling with a hard hit up the middle forced the ball loose, but the Warriors maintain possession. It's 3rd and 8. They give that 5-yard penalty right back.
Yeah, that went nowhere fast, and they were lucky to come out of there with the ball.
Substitution as Fetkether brings the play in from the sideline. Sam Fetkether, 3rd down, 8 yards to go for the Warriors. So this is their 3rd series, and each time they have been forced in a 3rd and long. Fetkether, a receiver to the right. They have a receiver to the left, and that is Scharf. Back to Lone to throw it on 3rd and long. Screen play. It is caught by Borman at the 30-yard line. Gets out to near the 35-yard line. Some positive yardage. Needed 8, picked up 5. It'll be 4th and 3 for Central. Carter Oberbrockling on that tackle. Good job by the Vikings fighting through downfield to disrupt what could have been a big play.
Yeah, that was set up really nice job by the guys up front, getting that line established. Borman kind of slipping behind it. 4th and manageable here, and I assume Warriors could go for this. They're at midfield.
Well, this is what we talk about in the 8-man game. You're at your own 35-yard line. You might as well go for it. At midfield is the 40-yard line. So it's 4th down, 3 yards to go. They line up in I formation without a receiver. 4th down and short. Lone runs the football right side. Borman hit in the backfield, but I believe somebody grabbed the face mask on the way by. He's going to lose yardage back to the 33-yard line, but I believe a Viking came shooting through and got the face mask coming across Borman, which disrupted that play.
Yeah, you saw Borman's head turn as he went through, so you knew somebody got a piece of that helmet, and that's going to be enough for Central to get the first down.
And that was outstanding defense by Edco, though, the exception of the face mask. They got through up front, so they are owning the line of scrimmage right now, but the Warriors take the break. They go inside the 35-yard line. They'll mark it down to the 31-yard line, and the Warriors getting a much-needed first down.
Yeah, big boost for them, getting that first down, keeping this drive going, trying to get something established here, and pressure's on the Edco defense here to kind of bow their backs and try to slow this Warriors offense down.
At the 31-yard line, Sharp is a receiver to the right, and they have 2 receivers to the left in Fetkether and Scharf. Fetkether goes in motion, toss play right side to Borman. Borman stutters in the backfield. He will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Toss play right side, and again, Price Rochford just able to get downhill as the linebacker, meet him in the backfield, and they lose 2 yards on the carry.
Yeah, just no room out there. I think that play is designed to go to the outside, but a nice job by the end over there, Caden Cole, to get upfield and force that back to the inside so Rochford can make the tackle.
Another first down play and not a big gain of yardage there for Central. So they operate from the right hash mark. Now lining up number 24 in Owen Hammersland into the right slot. On 2nd down and 12, Lone to throw the football, flushed out again. He's going to run it, gets far side, steps inside the 30-yard line, chased out of bounds by Caden Cole. At the 30-yard line, gets back to about the original line of scrimmage, plus a yard. It'll be 3rd down, 9 yards to go, and obviously Central thinking we've got 2 plays to get 9 yards.
Yeah, they got 2 plays to work with here, but Lone kind of stepped out of bounds on that one, trying to preserve things, but he's got to force that upfield and try to get those extra yards. We're in the 8-man game here, and sometimes that quarterback's got to put his shoulders in and just go upfield.
So 3rd down and 9 from the 30-yard line. And DeLone breaks the huddle with 2 receivers to the right, a receiver to the left, and that is Borman in the backfield. They continue to run out of pistol formation. Sharp goes in motion right to left, toss play left side, and it is Borman, but does not get to the corner as Price Rochford lowers the shoulder, brings him down at the 32-yard line. They lose 2 yards on that. Rochford just shooting through a clear lane to the running back, and it's 4th and long for the Warriors.
Yeah, facing 4th and long, and obviously they're going to go for it here, but nice read by Price Rochford getting through, and a secure tackle there, wrapping up Borman in the backfield.
That was a textbook open field tackle. Shoulders low, driving through the defender, a hard hit, and it's 4th down, 12 yards to go for the Warriors. And it appears that they are going to punt the football down at the 32-yard line. So they want to try to pin Edco back here if they can.
Yeah, this is tough.
Sharp stands at the 42-yard line. Edco has nobody back. Sharp gets off a great kick, a high kick that bounces backwards, though, at the 5, and it's down at the 11-yard line. Got it inside the 10 like he wanted to, but it kicked back to the 5-yard line. Reinhardt downs it there at the 11-yard line, and it's 1st down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings. That is a 21-yard punt with no return, and the Vikings, with 5:51 to go in our opening quarter, lead 16-0 and with possession.
Yeah, that was Depke on the kick. Did a nice job getting it downfield, but it just kicked back on him, so loses a few yards on the kickback.
Yeah, number 5 in Cale Depke, the senior punter for Central. So 1st down, 10 yards to go. We have an officials timeout. Water break, 16-0. Edco in the lead. Let's take this break.
Your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative is asking members to do the summer shift. No, it's not a dance. Simply reduce your electricity use between the hours of 1 p.m. and 9 p.m. on weekdays. That's when power costs the most. So turn up the thermostat, delay the dishwasher, shift the start of laundry, and you can help keep the electricity rates affordable. This summer savings message is brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Alameda Clayton, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
So the officials, and this is a good decision, at the halfway point of every quarter, we're going to take a water break. And even though it's not as treacherous as it has been the last couple of days, still a warm night tonight here for week number 1. Remember, lots of players have cramping issues to begin with, let alone with a heat index in the mid-90s earlier this evening.
Well, yeah, and I think if you think about this week, we talked about it, being in practices, being out in the humidity, out in the heat. A lot of these schools getting out early because of that heat. These kids are probably dehydrated anyway, and now they're playing a game. We want to stay ahead of that.
So 1st down, 10 yards to go. The Vikings have been outstanding in their first 2 possessions. They went a total of 50 yards on their opening possession, then went 10 yards on their second possession, took advantage of the Warrior turnover. Even though the Warriors' drive bogs down, some positive. Got a 1st down, got into Edco territory.
Yeah, changed the cadence there, got the penalty. The face mask helped out with that, but moving the ball, getting some receiving, getting some running, some positives for the Warriors.
So 1st down, 10 yards to go. Receiver split left and right for Edco, and Rochford goes out of shotgun, fakes the handoff, brings it around left side, and Rochford gets to the 30-yard line, runs over a defender, and he's in the open. 40, 30, 20, 10, gone. 3 touches, 3 touchdowns. This one goes a total of 68 yards, and the Vikings lead 22-0.
Yeah, that was just getting through that first wave, and there was no help behind that first wave of linebackers, and Rochford just pulling away there for the touchdown.
And what you have to do is go low. There is no chance for you to tackle that kid up high as he ran through a Warrior defender.
Yeah, he's a tough kid. He's a strong kid, and when he gets past you, he's gonna turn on the burners. Nice job on the touchdown there.
Rochford, size-wise, is 5'10", 195. So he is built like a running back, and obviously playing quarterback for them.
Well, in the 8-man game, the quarterback's one of your running backs, and he's showing it tonight.
So they'll go for the conversion here. Oberbrockling is to the right of Rochford, and he's going to get it inside, goes around left end, and goes in for the conversion. Easy off the left side, and it is now 24-0. 5:39 left in the opening act. Vikings lead 24-zip. Let's take this break.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
It is 24-0, Edco in the lead, so they have run a total of 4 plays.
4 plays and 3 touchdowns.
And another kicker to try to lunch it away. Number 16, Nick Eulenkamp, is a sophomore, so this is the 4th time they will have another kicker. And it is Eulenkamp, left-footed, by the way, kicks it up the middle. It goes up into the hands of Borman at the 20-yard line. He'll bring it across the middle, 25-yard line, gets out to the 30-yard line, tackled there at the 31-yard line, an 11-yard return. Warriors among their best starting field position. First down, 10 yards to go at their own 31-yard line, trailing 24-0 with 5.5 left in our opening quarter.
A nice return there by Borman, following his blockers again, and they've been doing a much better job in those kickoffs. I'd like to see him secure that a little quicker.
He just kind of picked and chose where to go there, looking for the right hole. First down, 10 yards to go. Warriors operate from the right hash mark. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Lone out of pistol formation, and on 1st and 10 to throw the football. Steps up, now flushed out of the pocket, looking to run, brings it left side. Rochford in pursuit, pushes him out of bounds. After a gain of about 1, they'll give him 2 to about the 34-yard line. And it's 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Lone rolled out, realized nobody was open, but then had Rochford trying to beat around the corner to the near sideline and got pushed out of bounds quickly.
Well, and nobody wants him breathing down your neck because you know he's a secure tackler, and just kind of pushed Lone out of bounds there. But a much better job, Lone, trying to get upfield once he knew he had nothing to go to.
Sharp is at the tailback spot. 2 receivers to the right, a receiver to the left. Lone once again here on 2nd and 8. Swing pass right side. It is caught right flat. That is number 24, Owen Hammersland. Brings it across the 35-yard line. Just a quick hit play to the right side. He's pushed out of bounds on the far sideline at the 37-yard line. Positive play. 4-yard pickup on the swing pass.
Yeah, that's a nice thing to get another guy involved in that. A completion to Hammersland and getting upfield here, making this 3rd and manageable.
So 3rd down, closer to 5 yards to go. Clock stops with the ball being pushed out of bounds with 5:20 left in our opening quarter. Again, Fetkether brings the play in from the sideline. Warriors short of midfield at the 37-yard line. They have to get across the 40-yard line down to the 38-yard line for 1st down. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Fetkether goes in motion. They run it up the middle with Sharp. Hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back by Oberbrockling, who tried to strip him. Then the rest of the defense joins in and brings him down. A loss of a yard. They tried to run right at the heart of the Edco defense. It is 4th down and 5 yards to go, and decision time again for the Warriors.
And I know it's an 8-man game, so it's a little different. I think this is a go-for-it situation. But Central looks like they're content to try to punt this away, try to pin the Vikings deep.
Depke will stand back at the 35-yard line. Sharp laid off the sideline as they get their 8 men on the field. Here's the snap back to Sharp. And actually Depke, it's a high kick. Edco had nobody back. It bounces at the 10-yard line, but again it kicks back. It'll settle down at the 14-yard line. Sliding down and touching it there for the Warriors is Reinhardt. 1st down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings. Again, deciding to play field position, make Edco go a little further.
Yep, Edco's going to start there at their own 14. one of their worst starting positions here, but they haven't shown they're able to slow down Edco yet. Let's see what they bring this time for a defense.
So the Warriors are being really kind of handled up front by Edco and their offensive line.
They are. A nice job by those guys up front for Edco. I think they need a little more push for the Warriors on defense to try to disrupt what's going on in the backfield.
First down, 10 yards to go. Rochford alone in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Swings it right side. Oberbrockling makes a defender miss, and Oberbrockling brings it near sideline. Steps across the 30-yard line up to the 40-yard line. Breaks a tackle, and he's finally pushed out of bounds inside the 40 on the near sideline at the 33-yard line. Swing pass to number 14, actually, and Bennett Stagger.
Yeah.
And Stagger with some nice moves to extend the play, and another big play for the Vikings.
Yeah, nice catch and go by Stagger there. Just kind of got it in the flats and did a nice job of picking his way through the defense, got it past midfield.
And it was actually the inside blocking up front there of the receiver on the right, which was Oberbrockling doing the blocking, which sprung Stagger free. So first down, 10 yards to go. Again, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. A new look for the Vikings. They swing it left side. It's an inside screen play. Pass is caught. Christopher Lang brings it inside the 30-yard line, right at the left hash mark, and he's down there at the 30-yard line. Nice open field tackle by number 23 in Jack Scharf. He's got to make that play one-on-one to negate a big gain.
Yeah, nice solid tackle by Scharf there to prevent any more damage there, but a good inside pass to Lang. He does a nice job of securing that ball. Great pass there from Rochford. Edco Vikings continuing to march down the field. Everything's been positive to this point.
4 minutes left in the opening quarter. 24-0. Vikings in the lead, down to the 30-yard line and threatening for more. And you'll love a different look by Edco. This is some things that can be creative on offense. Receivers split left and right, and they fake the handoff up the middle. It is Rochford, and Rochford, for the first time tonight, hit at the line of scrimmage. Noah Dearson able to bring him down to the 29-yard line. Better job up front by the Warriors winning that battle. It's 3rd and 5.
Yeah, and that's one of those times you stopped Rochford right at the line of scrimmage, but of course he falls forward, so he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. But great job up front by the Warriors there to slow down this Viking offense right
So they're down to the 29-yard line. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Gain of 1 by Rochford. They operate from the left hash mark. And again, Rochford is joined now in the backfield by Oberbrockling to his left. 3rd down, and they run it right side, and it is a counter play, and it is Oberbrockling. He's got first down inside the 25-yard line, tried to cut back, and Braxton Borman, nice open field tackle, makes the play at the 22-yard line. They needed 5. He picked up 7 or 8. First down for the Vikings.
Yeah, nice run there by Oberbrockling, having patience, following his blockers. A nice gain of 7 yards.
Yeah, he didn't overrun anybody there, did he?
Nope, and did a nice job of deciding when to cut up. And again, these Viking runners are falling forward and putting the pressure on the Warriors.
First down, 10 yards to go. Vikings trying to stay perfect on their drives. They're 3 for 3, and they are down to the 22-yard line. Receiver split left and right, and Oberbrockling is now to the right of Rochford. And a long snap by Rochford, and he's going to bring it wildcat up the middle. Goes inside the 20-yard line, pushes the pile ahead to the 15-yard line. Fetkether able to bring him down there, but he spins inside the 15, picks up 7 yards on first down, and that time there was a little clearing on the right side.
Yeah, a little more space there, and a nice job by Rochford securing that ball. A lot of Warriors grabbing for that ball. You can see him digging, but he did a nice job of securing that 9-yard gain.
And what you see right now is the Warriors have no real answer up front. You made a couple of nice plays for minimal gain, but it is Edco just starting to wear him down up front.
It is. They're doing a nice job of getting off the ball. Those guys up front we talked about, that senior leadership, doing a nice job.
2nd down, a yard to go, so a 9-yard pickup by Rochford on the last play. Oberbrockling is to his left, same counter play right side. Oberbrockling brings it around end, goes inside the 10-yard line. They push the pile down to the 7-yard line. Fetkether tracks him down there inside the numbers, and it's 1st and goal for the Vikings, I should say, down to the 6-yard line.
Yeah, 7-yard gain there, and good for a first down. They're knocking on the door once again here on the 6.
We're inside 2 minutes left in an opening quarter that has been dominated by the Vikings. Rochford gets the play from the sideline and actually goes to the sideline to get that play. And it's 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. After coming out spread first couple of plays, they went back to more of a power game. 2 receivers to the right. Oberbrockling to the left of Rochford, and here is 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Do the Warriors here have a stop in them? Snap back to Rochford. Wildcat brings it left side, has a hole between guard and center, brings it in left side for the score. Rochford's 4th touchdown in the opening quarter with 1:13 left in the opening act. It's 30-0. Vikings in the lead.
Yeah, I've been going to go for 2 here again, but The Warriors have not had an answer for this Viking offense. They've been running it at will, mixing in the pass here and there. They're looking really solid on offense.
This was your biggest fear if you were Central, is facing a team. And by the way, we have a penalty.
After the play, I believe.
After the play. And it is against Edco, and this is an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Is that correct?
I believe so, yes.
So they move it back to the 16-yard line. And it is 30-0. So I believe the touchdown.
The touchdown
stood.
It stands. This is the 2-point attempt, and we're going to do this from the 16.
So 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and this is a long 2-point conversion attempt. Rochford alone in the backfield. Fakes it right side. Those go over the middle. He's got Stagger, but just off his hands, a little bit overthrown as Stagger ran the right seam. Just off his hands at the hash mark, the conversion fails. 1:13 left in the opening quarter, and are they saying that there's no? I don't think there's a touchdown. Yeah, it's second down. That touchdown is waved off the board. The scoreboard's wrong.
Yeah, the scoreboard has not taken it off yet, but they're taking that touchdown off the board.
Yep.
So this is downs, even though he wound the clock, but he didn't. So this is second down.
So there was some miscommunication between the field and the scores bench up here, and it's second down and goal is what it is. And they're trying to get the scoreboard figured out here. Second down and goal to the 16-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Rochford brings it up the middle. Runs over a defender, but he's tackled nicely by Borman, who went low, and he gets down to the 5-yard gain to the 11-yard line. Didn't give up the big play as Borman went low on that tackle.
Yeah, so the touchdown wiped out here. Edco's reconvening here out here at the 11-yard line now, trying to get it in. They've got third down, trying to get that touchdown back that was taken off the board.
Third down and goal at the 11-yard line, and we're inside 45 seconds left in the opening quarter, so it's still 24-0. Oberbrockling to the left of Rochford. They hand it left side. Rochford going to keep it. Hit in the backfield. Spins ahead to the 6-yard line as number 50, Ryan Schrader, the first one to greet him there, and that's the nose guard up front. He needed to get to inside, needed 11 yards and got 5 yards, so it's down to the 6-yard line, and it's 4th and goal for Edco from the 5-yard line. And the question is, will they get a playoff here before the end of the first quarter?
And I don't think they're in any kind of hurry to get this playoff, so we're probably going to move this to the other end of the field.
Yep, they're content as they break the huddle and head to the sideline. So Edco looking at a big 4th down, in control, leading 24-0. Let's take this timeout. Second quarter coming up next.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by James Rochford and Brandon Mather, agents for Community Insurance of Iowa in Edgewood, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, Culligan Water Conditioning of Elkader, Carr Auto Group, and the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. So it's 24-0, Edco in the lead. They have 4th down and goal at the 6-yard line. Want to remind you want to catch all the Edco sporting events, activities, you can go to NFHS, the National Federation of High School Network. Edco part of that, and it's presented by Community Savings Bank. And once again, it is 24-0, Vikings in the lead, looking at 4th down and goal here. They have dominated the opening quarter.
They have, and this is the first time they've really bogged down and been faced with a 4th down, but they've been moving the ball at will, getting big gains, had a nice gain to start this drive with a reception, a little catch and run, and just been looking good solidly offensively.
The touchdown was waved off on a holding penalty. We found that out in between quarters, so there was no touchdown when it looked like Edco was going up 30-0, and the Warriors, this is a big defensive play for them right now.
It's a huge defensive play. They need to hold the Edco here. It's 3 scores right now. You haven't had a lot of good positives on offense for the Warriors. They need to have something positive on defense to build on and try to get something going offensively.
Our sun is tucked down, so the field now covered. It expects to cool down a little bit as the night goes on. But it is a big 4th down coming up here as we start the second quarter, and the Vikings down to the 6-yard line. Central, on this drive anyway, a little better job up front, slowing down Edco anyway.
Yeah, they've had a couple of stops, a good clean tackles in the midst of things.
So here's your 4th down play. And it is Rochford alone in the backfield, and they really line up here with 3 receivers to the right. So it is 4th and goal. They snap it to Rochford. He rolls out to the right. They pull Cole. He's got a block, and Rochford strolls in right side. Great block by Caden Cole, paving the way. And Rochford scores his 4th touchdown. It is now 30-0, Vikings in the lead.
Yep, and that was a similar play there that they ran for the first touchdown, but this time instead of going up the middle with all the blockers, they bounced it to the outside. A nice kick-out block there by Caden Cole.
You pull Caden Cole from left end, brings actually the guard spot, and goes around right end and just cleared the path in a stroll in for Price Rochford. So it is 30-0, and here's your conversion attempt for Edco, and they line up in the same formation, and they swing it right side instead of running it. They run it to Stagger. Stagger catches it. He's tackled and gets in on the far pylon. Right side tackled there by Depke, but made his way in for the conversion. 32-0, Edco in the lead. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports. TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Alcater on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
5 seconds into our second quarter, 32-0, Edco in the lead. Piersmacher, by the way, will try to kick off again. They have tried 4 different kickers. Couple of scores to pass along. West Fork leads Clayton Ridge at the end of one, 6-0. Starmont has just scored early in the second quarter, and they lead South Wynn by a score of 7-0. Vikings in control here, 32-0. 11:55 left here in our opening half. And Piersmacher from the 30-yard line, a short kick. They'll let it go back, though, and it's actually picked up there by number 40, and that is going to be Reinhardt. Brings it left sideline, turns the corner to the 20-yard line, gets out near the 25-yard line, not much room, picks up 6 yards on the return, tackled there by number 16 for Edco, and Nick Eulenkamp, and it's first down, 10 yards to go for the Warriors. The difference in the 8-man game is if you go up by 35 points, so if, say, Central doesn't do anything here and Edco scores, the clock starts moving. The 35-point rule is in effect in the second quarter.
Right away in the second quarter. So Edco's looking to get a good defensive stand here, try to get the ball back. They want to get this game moving, and Central's got to have an answer here. They got to move the ball.
Yeah, if you're the Warriors here, you definitely don't want that to happen. You want to get something going on offense. First down, 10 yards to go. Lone to throw the football. He's got time, throws it up in the air, and this is trouble, but going up for it is Depke. Depke fights off his defender at the near sideline at the 41-yard line and tackled there. Carson Ingalls in on the coverage, makes the play one-on-one, but it's because Depke had the size, able to post up the smaller Ingalls and hauls it in for the first big play for the Warriors.
That's a huge play, a great start to this set of downs for the Warriors, picking up the first down, getting something going in the air.
So you have Depke, and the size not listed, but he's got about 4 or 5 inches on the cornerback Ingalls, who's 5'7" and 135. First down, 10 yards to go. So that is a 21-yard gain. Lone to throw the football again. Screen play. Right side. It is caught out of the backfield. Sharp, a nice one-on-one tackle. Fighting through off the right side and making the stop is Caden Cole. That's the second time the Warriors have run that screen with some success, but it's only 3 yards.
Yeah, not a big gain there, but some success, so something they can build off of.
So second down, 7 yards to go to the 36-yard line. Warriors, after that big pass play inside Vikings territory, this is for the second time in this football game. A minute into our second quarter. You have two receivers to the right, and now they have to line up Fetkether. He'll move over to the left side. They want to split receivers. Sharp is in the backfield, and Lone to throw the football again. Rolling out, flushed out of the pocket on the right, throws it, just dumps it out of bounds, and he'll live to fight another down. Lone had nobody open downfield. They were looking in the near sideline for number 23 in Jack Sharp, but Lone makes a good decision there, just throws it out of bounds, and it's now 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Great coverage there by the Vikings, just not giving them any kind of openings, and Lone had nowhere to go with that ball.
And that's a good decision. The young sophomore stepping into a varsity role. 3rd down, 7 yards to go for the Warriors. And in the backfield, you have Hammersland as a fullback. Sharp is at the tailback spot. Sharp goes in motion out of the backfield. Lone to throw the football, and he's rushed, and he flips it out. It's caught by Hammersland in the left flat. Brings it inside the 30-yard line, very near 1st down. Lone was being pressured by Rochford and just dumped it. Shovel passed it ahead to the left side. Caught by Hammersland. They mark him back at the 31-yard line. They save the play and at least get positive yardage. Puts them in a 4th and 2.
Yeah, just kind of self-preservation there. Lone knew he was going to get hit, but he had Hammerson open in the flats and flipped it out to him. A nice gain by Hammerson to make something positive out of that. But they're facing a 4th and 2 here on the 31-yard line of Edco.
Yeah, so just a couple of yards to go. Big play for the Warriors, trailing 32-0, but their best drive of the football game. Receiver split left and right. Fetkether goes in motion, and Lone runs the football right side with Sharp, trying to get around right, and he does. 1st down. He's down to the 25-yard line. Brought it around right end. A nice job by number 2 in Noah Dearson, coming back to at least get in the way of Price Rochford to stop him from making a one-on-one play, and because of that, they pick up 6 yards.
Yeah, and the biggest gain for Sharp tonight, that 6-yard gain. Needed 2, got 6. Nice gain. Keeps the drive going, and they're knocking on the door here with the Vikings on their 25.
And that receiver has to throw that kickback block there. He's just got to make sure he gets in the way, and that's exactly what they did.
Did a great job of blocking that outside guy.
1st down, 10 yards to go to the 25-yard line. Warriors here, receiver split left and right. Lone to throw the football again. He's got time, throws it short. A dart right side, caught at the 20-yard line, but tackled right away is Hammersland. As he's tackled by number 14 in, once again, Bennett Stagger, but a 5-yard pickup on it. Just a quick in-curl play on the right side.
Yeah, nice pitch and catch there. Nice sitting down in his route was Hammersland, and Isaac Lone found him right away.
So what you're seeing is that's a sophomore hooking up with a freshman. They've got some very bright days ahead. 2nd down, 5 yards to go for the Warriors to the 20-yard line. Looking to score here, turn this game around a little bit with Edco dominating so far at 32-0. But again, the Warriors, their best drive of the football game. 2nd down, 5 yards to go. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Lone to throw the football again, flushed out of the pocket, shovels it short, right side by Sharp, catches it near sideline, then shoved out of bounds by Rochford. After a gain of about 2, it'll make it 3rd down and 3 yards to go. And again, Lone just kind of slung that sidearm heading towards the sideline on the near side.
Yeah, took another big hit there, but was able to get the pass off. Knew he was going to get hit, but another gain here. 3rd and short. This is what the Warriors have been working for, is to be able to be ahead of the sticks.
So 3rd down and short, 17-yard line. They have to get inside the 15 for 1st down. 2 receivers to the right, a receiver to the left. Snap back to Lone, tosses it. It's a reverse play with Hammersland. Trying to bring it around left end. He does. He's down inside the 10. 5-yard line, pushed out of bounds inside the 5. A reverse play on the left side brings up 1st and goal for the Warriors. So how about that? Little shake and bake there by the Warriors.
A little change of direction. They saw the Vikings overplaying things, and they're going to mark him out at the 4, so a gain of 13, but a huge play to pick up the 1st down for the Warriors.
Christopher Lang with a touchdown-saving tackle for the Vikings. As Hammersland got it around left end, he lined up on the right sideline as a receiver, then went in reverse motion. So 1st down and goal to the 4-yard line, 8.5 left in our opening half. Warriors here knocking for the first time in this football game. And from the 4-yard line, they line up without a receiver. I formation. Sharp is at tailback, and as they get ready to snap the ball, there's movement up front by the Warriors. And I believe the guilty party, the guard on the left side, Mark Hertrump, the senior. So 1st and goal, still but now it goes back to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, and this is something, the Warriors knocking on the door, getting some positive gains here. They'd love to cap this off with a touchdown. Vikings defense got to step up here. They've been pitching a shutout thus far.
Back to the I formation without a receiver. They run the football with Fetkether, the fullback, and not much. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage as he is hugged by Carter Oberbrockling and spun down right there. We'll call that no gain. 2nd down and goal to the 9.
Yeah, he didn't go anywhere on that. Stopped right in his tracks for the senior.
So the Warriors looking at 2nd down and goal. Amazing what a 5-yard penalty can do and changes how you want to run things from back at the 9-yard line.
And all that momentum that they had is kind of, you just feel the air kind of went out of them. Now they're looking at 2nd and 9, still trying to get that touchdown in. They just feel like there's a bigger mountain to climb.
So again, they'll go back to the spreading receivers out, 2 to the right side, 1 to the left. 2nd down and goal, Lone to throw the football. Looking right side, Flush throws it up, and the ball is intercepted! Intercepted by Bennett Stager left side, and Stager's got some blockers! He's going to bring it down the sideline on the near side. 40, 30, 20, 10, gone! Touchdown, got it! The Warriors threaten, and Stager picks up the errant pass. 70-yard interception return, and the Vikings lead 38-0. My, what a turn of events.
Stager picked that off about the 5-yard line, and after he got through the one tackler, there was nobody there. Great job by the defense of the Vikings, turning their heads, getting some blocks, springing Stager for the touchdown.
And the only guy that was back there who had a chance was the quarterback Lone, but he had been blocked out of the play already. He threw an errant pass looking for Sharp, and again, because of the pressure, floated the pass.
Yeah, the pass floated, and Sharp was still running his route, and Stager read that perfectly.
And we have a timeout taken by Central. So a timeout taken by the Warriors before we get to the conversion attempt. But Bennett Stager with an interception will officially make it a 74-yard interception return. And it is once again 38-0. Edco in the lead. And the Warriors had a great drive that bogs down.
Yeah, they did. That penalty really kind of took the momentum away from them. They were behind the sticks instead of being ahead of it. The pressure was put on them, and then they weren't able to run the ball, so they were trying to get some success with throwing the ball, and that floater pass just killed them. Nice read by Stager. He goes to the house, 74 yards, and the momentum is right back with the Edco Vikings.
And Lone's done a good job fighting away from that pressure. I mean, a couple of throws he made here was under heavy pressure. He brought the ball right side that time, and you could just see he saw Sharp down the field, tried to lead Sharp there, and just overshot him. And Stager just basically like a basket catch. It was that easy.
Yeah, he was playing center field back there, just waiting for that ball to come down, and then he had his momentum. He knew what he wanted to do with that.
And once he saw that he had blockers in front of him there, the near sideline, Stager able to race down the sideline for the score. So with 7:43 to go here in our opening quarter, Coach Heitland continuing to take a long time out here. And I think part of this is you want to stay positive right now here. Hey, we move the football. We know we can move the football here. Let's get back to it.
Yep, and kind of putting some pressure on his defense of, hey, we need to step it up on the defense. The offense has gotten some momentum. Yeah, they had a little letdown there, but the defense needs something to build off of. And a stop here on the 2-point conversion would go a long ways to helping with that.
Second Warrior turnover that has led to the second touchdown for Edco in this football game. So it is now 38-0. And again, the clock will be moving. I'm surprised we're not having them out of the huddle yet. But a longer timeout taken. But now Central breaks from the sideline. 7:43 to go here in our second quarter. And the Vikings are perfect so far on conversions. They are 4 of 4 in this football game tonight. And they'll mark it at the 3-yard line for the conversion. So Edco has scored on a 4th down play. They've scored on after a fumble return. That was just a 10-yard drive and then a 74-yard interception return. So here's your conversion now. And it is once again from the 3-yard line. Inside counterplay with Oberbrockling, and Oberbrockling slips through a couple of tackles, goes in for the conversion. 7:43 left in the half, 40-0. It is the Vikings in the lead. Let's take this time out.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
People's State Bank is locally owned and locally managed with 20 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology, we're it. As a community bank, we're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
So it's 40-0, Edco in the lead as they're set to launch it away at their own 30-yard line. And Stagger, who had that 74-yard interception return for a touchdown, is set to launch it away. And the Warriors, after their best drive of the night, back to receive and hoping to get right back at it. Back is Sharp at the right hash mark. That's the near side. And also Reinhardt there is to the left side. So it will be here Stagger to launch it away. And the clock will now be moving unless we get below 25 points the rest of the way. Another score, MFL Marmac leads Crestwood 7-0 at the end of one. Here is Stagger, kicks it right side. This ball will bounce at the 10-yard line, picked up by once again, Reinhardt on the fly. Brings it up the far sideline, goes across the 20-yard line, slips out to the 23-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Another score, North Fayette Valley and Independence are tied at 7 at the end of the first quarter. So Independence, a team that reached the quarterfinals last year in Class 3A.
And that's a huge early matchup between those two teams, a great matchup between the Tiger Hawks and the Mustangs.
So to update you on the scores once again, North Fayette Valley and Independence tied at 7. MFL Marmac leads Crestwood 7-0 at the end of one. West Fork leads Clayton Ridge 6-0 at the end of one. Starmont leads Southwind 7-0 at the end of one. First down, 10 yards to go for the Warriors. Let's see if they can get back at it. Two receivers to the left. Swing pass, left side, caught by Fetkether. Pushed out of bounds after a gain of a couple of yards. Gets out to about the 36-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 2 on the swing pass to the left side. Warriors have had some success with that. At least some positive yardage on that one.
Yeah, they've had a little bit of success with that swing pass, not able to break anything big, but they've had gains, and I think that's what they're looking for is gains on every play, moving the ball, moving the sticks as much as they can.
So second down, even though he was pushed out of bounds there, remember, the clock continues to move with 6.5 left in our first half. Receivers split left and right, and they'll send this time Hammersland in motion. They fake the handoff. They'll go back to Sharp. Sharp runs into a back and then tries to bring it left side, and there's no chance. Oberbrockling makes the play a one-on-one, but it was Grady Mather up front that pushed all the action back and allowed Oberbrockling to fly to the ball. It's a loss of 2, and it's 3rd and 10.
And we talked about establishing that line of scrimmage, and right now defensively, I think Edco, after that last drive of the Warriors, said, hey, our line up front, we got to start disrupting a little bit and getting a better push.
So third down, 10 yards to go. Warriors line up without a receiver. Still trying to find some consistency on offense. Sharp goes in motion out of the backfield. Lone to throw the football, rolling out right. He's got some time, trying to buy it, throws it short, and that pass is knocked away. Near sideline intended for Depke. Stagger knocks it away. It would have been out of bounds anyway, but it is 4th down and 10 yards to go. Outstanding coverage in the secondary by the Vikings.
Well, and they put Sharp in motion that time, and he was the deep man and didn't run a real hard route, a real crisp route, but I think if he does, he's got that height advantage, and that's who Lone was looking for, but he ended up dumping it down to Debke, cutting across the middle. Just ran out of real estate there, and a nice defensive play by the Vikings.
On these rollouts that Central has been doing, Lone has done a great job of buying time to try to get some guys open down the field. So Depke to launch it away, back inside the 15-yard line. It is a short punt. Back to receive there for Edco is number 10, and Eckelceder, who now, actually, correction, it's Lang, who picks it up left sideline and brings it down the sideline inside the 40-yard line. He's down inside the 30-yard line. Here comes a flag. The ball is stripped as he goes inside the 20-yard line, but they say that he is down as picking up the ball late was Lang. Looked like he was going to stay away from it. Started to get it, picked it up at the 30-yard line, brings it inside Warrior territory, but a penalty is going to bring this big return back.
Yeah, I think that penalty was against the Vikings. We've got a block in the back here, so that ball is going to come back, but a nice return there by Christopher Lang.
Would have been a 32-yard return, but instead, from the penalty, it's marked back outside the 30-yard line to the 33-yard line. So that penalty occurred near the end of that play. First down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings. In control, 40-0, as we approach 4 minutes left here in our first half.
And this is the second best field position that Edco's had tonight. The best field position they got was on that turnover.
So the Vikings, we've seen some spread out of those guys a couple of times. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. You're in control 40-0. You've got a chance to work on some things, and they are going to go here with a backup quarterback. This is what we're talking about. Carson Ingalls is a sophomore, and he is in at quarterback now. First down, 10 yards to go. Ingalls brings it left side, goes inside the 30-yard line, and he brings it near side where he's finally pushed out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. Hammersland checked him down, but it's a gain of 11, closer to 13 yards, and it's first down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings. They keep on running roughshod.
Yeah, just a nice job there by Ingalls coming in, getting him into the flow of things, and he gets down to the 20-yard line, so a gain of 13 by Carson.
MFL Marmac has scored again and now leads Crestwood 14-0. That is an MFL Marmac team that is legit in Class 1A. The question is, they had to replace 3 guys up front, but they were confident in what they have to replace. First down, 10 yards to go. And left side is Stagger, who has now moved in at a running back spot, and they run it with, once again, Ingalls. Ingalls brings it left side. He's got a hole now as he goes inside the 10-yard line, stumbles ahead to the 5-yard line, stopped just short of the goal line by the time he's tripped up. And Ingalls in 2 rushes, he has brought the ball just outside the goal line where it's first and goal for the Vikings.
Yeah, another nice gain, a 19-yard gain that time starting from the 20, and he did a nice job just being patient, waiting for those blockers up front. Nice job by Steger helping out with that lead block, and Ingalls marching down the field here in some relief duties here, giving some of these guys a breather on the sideline to get some hydration.
So first down and goal from the 1-yard line. Now Oberbrockling is to the left of Ingalls, the young sophomore, running the show now. And here's the snap back to Ingalls, brings it left side, and he goes in for the touchdown. Hit late on the right side there, and it was Scharf just a split second late to close the gap. And Ingalls scores from 1 yard out. 3 touches and a touchdown for Ingalls. It's now 46-0 Vikings.
Yeah, and that was a nice job by the sophomore coming in and just pounding the ball. Great job by the guys up front for Edco, and a good finish there with another touchdown.
And this is what the concern is always when you have an 8-man game, is what kind of depth do you have? And this is an opportunity for, and it's particular for Edco, to really work on the depth in case something happens this season where you need somebody to fill in.
Right, you need these young guys to develop, and this is a chance for them to get against, competition that, matches up well with them.
Ingalls runs it right side with Oberbrockling, and Oberbrockling keeps his feet churning, then dives in for the conversion. 2:15 left in the half. Vikings stay perfect on the conversions. They lead 48-0. Let's take this timeout.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
It's back to school time again, and that means the fall sports season is in full swing. Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Courtney Wicken, and the staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona wish all of our area cross-country, volleyball, and football student athletes a very healthy and successful season. Get out and support your local school sports teams this fall. Family Dentistry of Monona, where health-changing smiles are created.
Coming up at the half, we'll talk with Edco volleyball coach Dana Copridge. She'll be our halftime guest tonight. The Vikings, they are ranked in Class 1A to start this volleyball season. A team that I believe was 13-15 last year, but returns just about everybody.
Yeah, they've got a nice team returning, and Coach Copridge in her second season here at the helm, and it's got a ranked team on her hands.
So the Vikings lead 48-0. It was Carson Ingalls with a 1-yard touchdown run. Oberbrockling has his 5th conversion run, and it is 48-0, 2:15 left in the half. Steger launches it away again. Correction, it's Eulenkamp. And the ball is caught left sideline there by Central. And they catch it inside the 15-yard line. They bring it up left side across the 20, 25-yard line. It's once again number 40 carrying the football, and Reinhardt on the return. He's had a couple of nice returns. That's 15 yards. And it's first down, 10 yards to go for the Warriors at their own 31-yard line. They have 2 minutes and counting to work with in the first half.
Yeah, that clock is running here, so they've got just 2 minutes to work with. They want to get some positives. They'd like to get a score here before halftime if they can. Knocking on the door on that one drive that ended up in that interception, but want to get things going again here.
So first down, 10 yards to go for the Warriors at their own 31-yard line. back to the I formation, looking for some consistency, something they can build off in the running game. And on first down, they run it left side with Sharp. Sharp into the backfield. Nothing much there. Again, they've tried to run power football, and Edco up front has just stopped that for the most part. There's Price Rochford in that area, but really defensively up front, it is for them Connor Davis, the nose guard, who's a 6'1" junior at 285, who has really plugged things up in between the guard spots.
Yeah, doing a nice job there of being right on top of the center there, plugging up those A gaps and doing a nice job slowing down the Warrior run.
They actually give Sharp a 2-yard gain, so some positive there, but we are inside a minute now left here in our first half. 2 receivers to the left, a receiver to the right, back to more of a spread look, and they toss it left side to Sharp. Here's a reverse to Hammersland. He's hit in the backfield, though, now just trying to save the play. He brings it across the middle, maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and it will be 3rd down, 8 yards to go. That reverse play they ran from the right side to left, they tried to go left to right. Better defense by the Vikings this time, who saw it coming, and now there is no gain on that play. Great job by Hammersland, saving at least some field position.
Yeah, Hammersland just doing a great job of getting back to the line of scrimmage, not losing yards, because that play was blown up well by the Vikings getting upfield and recognizing that that reverse is coming.
So we're down inside 15 seconds, and the Warriors will just be content here to run things out in the first half. And that may depend on this play, but we're inside 10 seconds to go. They better hurry. 3rd down, 8 yards to go. Back to Lone. Lone drops back, looking over left side, and that pass is almost intercepted. In fact, it is at the 30-yard line. There's a flag down. He was looking to throw it to Jack Sharp, but actually overthrew him. They rule it that it is not a completed pass. Great dig down low by Edco, and I believe that was number 10, Lang, who was down at the 30-yard line, just did not come up with it, though.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what the penalty is here, but it's kind of downfield a little bit, so this could be against the Vikings.
It is a holding penalty against the Vikings, so the half will not end. That is the 3rd penalty against Edco for 25 yards, and this is going to be here. Well, they mark it. They move the sticks back because this will give Central a first down, and we will have an untimed down to get to the, once again, half. And it's actually in high school, it is not an automatic first down. So it is 3rd down, and it is closer to 4 yards to go for the Warriors. So a 5-yard holding penalty in the secondary committed by the Vikings. It wasn't Lang, though. He was down the field a little further.
Yeah, almost came up with that interception, but just a little short. So Central's got one more chance here. No time on the clock.
2 receivers to the left, a receiver to the right. 3rd down and 4 yards to go, and they're going to run a reverse again with Hammersland. Hammersland has to bring it up to the middle, goes inside the 40-yard line, has first down to the 42-yard line. Nice open field tackle by Oberbrockling. They tried that reverse again. Some positive yardage, enough for first down, but that's how the first half comes to an end. And it is Edco. Good start for the Vikings in the season opener. They have dominated this first half. It is 48-0. Edco leads Central at the half. When we return, our halftime guest. You're listening to High School Football from KCTN Sports.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel Garage Doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Moisure Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Moisure Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, for Midland overhead doors sales and service. No trip to Northeast Iowa is...
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by Innovative Egg Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon. David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader. Welterlin Motors in Edgewood. Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. Blooms Flowers, Gifts, and more in Edgewood. Furniture Showcase in Oldwine. Bacon Concrete in Postville. And Rivals Inc. Custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. So once again, our score, it is 48-0. Edco leading Central here at the half. Other scores real quick. Wake Forest, West Fork, I should say, leads Clayton Ridge 6-0. MFL Marmac now leads Crestwood 20-0 in the second. Starmont leads Southwind at the half 7-3. Independence and North Fayette Valley are tied at 7 at the half. Our halftime guest tonight, we are joined now by, once again, Edco volleyball coach Dana Copran. Coach, first off, let's talk about who's back for the Vikings this season.
We have a great group back. Our three seniors are Audrey Helmricks, Marin Gall, Campbell Kirby. They've really put a lot into our program over the last 3 years, so we're really excited. They're ready to go out with a bang and really show them what Edco Volleyball has done this last couple of years.
All right, those are your three seniors.
Yep.
Who else going to contribute for you guys?
Well, we have 8 dedicated sophomores. Returner starters are Lily Bursky and Abby Bockenstead, as well as some newcomers on sophomores that have gained some experience last year, Caitlin Hahn and Savannah Drips.
All right.
And McKenna Hofer and Chloe Everett.
So you've got a good group to build on there. The other thing is, you guys start the year ranked in Class 1A.
Yes. We do. None of these girls have been in high school that has been ranked so far, so they're excited about it. We're using it as a confidence builder, but not being cocky. We definitely talked about it, and pressure is a privilege.
Yeah.
So we're excited to get started and show that we deserve that spot.
All right, speaking of getting started, where do you guys go tomorrow?
Tomorrow's our first tournament. We're at Easton Valley. We have Easton Valley, Bellevue, Marquette Catholic, and Wilton.
All right, so a lot of your conference schools, what do you want to see in the opening weekend then?
Our volleyball. We're not necessarily worried about much of what the other teams are doing and working on what we've been practicing on these last couple weeks. And preseason, we went to a lot more tournaments and scrimmages, so we're ready to get rolling.
You mentioned some of the things you were working on. What are some of those things?
Our mindset. We have some really good volleyball skills, and we've been working on a lot more of our mindset, our culture, our confidence, and working as a team.
Let's talk about the Tri-Rivers. Pretty good conference.
Yes. We have high goals for our Tri-Rivers Conference this year, and we've talked about them. We're working on – we got second last year. Our goal this year is first.
All right. Who do you see in the conference there as the top teams this year?
Us and Central City. Yeah, we actually scrimmaged North Lynn, a couple other teams last weekend. Just scrimmages, but felt pretty good about how we showed up and played. So, yeah, we're ready to get started.
All right. Good luck to you guys this weekend. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to following how you guys do, and best of luck to you guys.
Thank you very much.
Once again, that is Edco volleyball coach Dana Copran talking things over about our Viking program. Again, they start tomorrow. We'll take a break. When we return, first half stats and second half action. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
No trip to Northeast Iowa is complete without a visit to the Turkey River Mall in Elkader. Browse and shop through 4 levels with over 14,000 square feet of purely unique shopping. You'll discover an eclectic mix of old and new, including antiques, jewelry, high-end and resale clothing for kids and adults, furniture, art, books, toys, crafts, rocks and minerals, and think custom apparel. Visit our updated website at turkeyriverball.com or like and share our Facebook page.
Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
At Top Gun Customs, we know that cars are complicated. We can handle all the complex new features of any vehicle, foreign or domestic. Not only will it look like new, it'll perform like new. At Top Gun, we don't care if it's a 30-point buck or just your neighbor's cat, big or small, we like them all. Top Gun also does fiberglass repairs, boats, motorcycles, guitars, detailing, paint corrections, headlight restoration. There's not much we don't do. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun for details and to schedule your repairs today. 563-964-9899.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Northeast Iowa Sub-Drains in Strawberry Point, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, member FDIC, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. 48-0 is our score. Edco in the lead. They put up 24 in the opening quarter, 24 in the second quarter. Touchdown runs. It is Price Rochford with touchdown runs of 17, 10, 68 all in the first quarter, 6-yard run early in the second quarter. Then you had a 76-yard, actually 74-yard interception return by Bennett Stager, and Ingalls scored on a 1-yard run to close the half. Conversion runs, Rochford has 2 of them, Oberbrockling has 4, and it is 48-0. Edco in the lead. Let's update you on other scores. West Fork and Clayton Ridge at Wartburg. They're now at the half, 14-6. MFL Marmac leads Crestwood in the second quarter, 20-0. Starmont leads South Wind at the half, 7-3. And Independence and North Fayette Valley tied at 7. That ball game is in the second quarter. We turn things now over to Coach Hammond. Let's go through the individual totals in a first half dominated by the Vikings.
The Vikings will start on the ground. Rochford has 8 carries, 120 yards. Those 4 touchdowns. Oberbrockling, 3 carries, 42 yards. 3 carries for Ingalls, 33 yards. They've got 195 yards on the ground on 14 carries, 5 touchdowns altogether. Rochford is 2 for 3 in the air, 37 yards. He's got a completion to Bennett Steger for 33 yards, Christopher Lang for 4 yards. So 37 yards in the air, total of 232 yards of offense. No turnovers for the Vikings. They did have those 4 penalties for 35 yards.
The other thing is, Edco, I mean, you take the 2 turnovers away, then it's not so lopsided here. They took advantage of a fumble that gave them a short field of 10 yards, and they had the interception return for the touchdown. But on the one drive, they actually went spread on the drive, showing that they're just more than a running team.
Yeah, they're very versatile, showing some different looks. And, you know, some of that's to get it on film, but some of it's the right situation to work on those things, to see what you can actually do. And they've been doing some nice things in every one of their sets.
Warriors had their best drive in the second quarter when they were trailing by a score of 32-0. They got inside down to the 4-yard line, had a penalty that pushed them back there, then the interception return. But that was some positive for the Warriors.
It was, and they ended up with 66 yards total on the ground. Lone has carried it for 5 yards, carried it twice. Hammersland has 18 yards. He's leading the way on his 3 carries. 3 carries for Borman. He's lost yardage, 9 yards. Sharp has carried it 6 times for 7 yards. Fetketter's carried it once for no yards. Lone has been doing a nice job as a quarterback, buying time, trying to find open guys. He's actually got 9 completions on 15 attempts, 45 yards. He does have that 1 interception, but Depke's got a catch for 17 yards. Fetketter's got a catch for 2 yards. Jack Scharf has a catch for 2 yards. Hammersland's got 3 catches for 13 yards. Borman a catch for 6 yards. And Sharp 2 catches for 5 yards. So 45 yards in the air, 21 on the ground, 66 yards total for the Warriors. But I think a lot of those yards were on that drive. It was a beautiful drive that stalled out and was just plagued by a lot of things at the end.
They had a 21-yard pass play that kick-started that drive, but again, they turned it over inside the 10-yard line. So there's still some positive with Lone extending plays and then completing some passes. But this goes back to you're averaging, what, a yard a carry in this first half?
Yeah, just not doing well establishing the ground game. And we talked about Lone is only a sophomore, and he's shown a lot of maturity here in this first varsity game, knowing when to get rid of it, knowing when to extend it with his feet, live to fight another day. But they got to find something that they can hang their hat on, and right now it's not the ground game. Those 2 reverses are about the 2 positives they have on the ground.
So again, it is the Vikings with a moving clock leading 48-0 here at the half. When we return, second half kickoff, we'll continue to update you on scores. This is KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa.
I should have moved over for that utility van.
I should have slowed down for that bucket truck.
I should have slowed down and moved over for that maintenance vehicle.
I should have known the law.
Did you know that in the state of Iowa, motorists are required by law to move over or slow down when approaching any stationary vehicle that has its flashing lights activated, including utility trucks and maintenance vehicles? Failing to do so can result in fines or the loss of your driver's license. So when you see flashing lights, move over or slow down, preferably both. It's the law, and it might just save a life. This safety message brought to you by Alameda Clayton Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by TD Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Elkader, Carl's Grocery in Edgewood, Prestige Day Spa, Ray's Excavating, Del Clay Farm Equipment in Edgewood, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, and TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Welcome back to Edgewood. Our score, it is 48-0, and it is Edco enjoying this season opener tonight here. The Vikings get the ball to start the second half. So I think if you're Edco, you look at this second half here, and we saw it towards the end of the second quarter, you work on building your depth, right?
Yeah, some other guys get a chance to get in there and develop a little bit. I think we'll see our starters here probably for that first series at least. But you'll see some subs coming in and mixing some people in, planning for the future, the what-ifs that always come up during a football season.
For Central, again, let's find something we can work on. Let's find something we can put our hat on.
Yeah, I think the passing game has some potential there, but I think they really want to try to establish something on the ground. I'm not sure what that is. They've been having a hard time up front. The Edco defense up front has been doing a nice job of blowing that up, so they're going to have to find guys who can block and give them some time.
And it really shows you that there's a difference, JV to varsity. I mean, it especially in the 8-man game, because a lot of teams are playing freshmen and sophomores in the varsity level.
They are, and it's a different ball game. I think the Central Warriors have handled it with composure, so far. But again, they're still searching for those positives. That drive was beautiful, just stalled out. They need more of that. They need some positives on their defensive end.
So for the Warriors, this is a win because, first off, you're back playing varsity, and the numbers there indicate you should be able to get through the season. 21, 22 kids out. Both these teams have the same type of numbers. So it's not like you're trying to survive here. But schedule-wise, they have to play Don Bosco next week, which is always a challenge. And that's where I don't think you worry about the opponent. You just worry about what things you can work on and the positives you can do as you move forward. They feel like there's some games down the road they can be competitive
There
in.
is, but you look at some of those big ones. They've got Don Bosco on the schedule. They've got Turkey Valley down the road. Keyhigh has always been a perennial, 8-man team. Riceville has some talent up there. So I mean, there's some tough games, but there are also some winnable ball games and some teams that they think they can compete against.
And again, we have Edco and Central in different districts this year. Edco mostly south, but man, some of the teams that they've moved into them, it starts for them next week against Easton Valley.
Yeah, Easton Valley is going to be tough. They've got Central City, Midland.
Central City is ranked high in the 8-man game.
They're ranked high. Lone Tree is a new one to the game. They've got Cal Wheat, who was another one of those teams who didn't play varsity last year, and then of course up to Keyhigh. So they've got some tough teams in there as well. Their district isn't a pushover, but I think they're going to take away some positives from tonight's ball game and roll into that game with Easton Valley next week with some confidence.
All right, let's update you once again on the other games we're following. Independence has scored against North Fayette Valley. It is 14-7. That ball game approaching the half. Also, Starmont leading Southwind at the half, 7-3. MFL Marmac leading Crestwood, 20-0, and West Fork leading Clayton Ridge, 14-6 at the half. The odds are we'll probably be done tonight before those games because we're going to have a moving clock this second half.
We are. Where are we at next week, Dan?
Where are we at next week? We're at Starmont.
We're at Starmont next week.
Yeah, Clayton Ridge at Starmont. So we'll see Clayton Ridge the next 2 weeks. Clayton Ridge and Starmont, then Postville, Clayton Ridge.
And that's homecoming, I believe, for Clayton Ridge.
For Clayton Ridge in week number 3. They're homecoming early this year. So to launch it away, Piersbacher, I believe, kicks it right side. The ball bounces up, hits the up back at the 18-yard line. It is picked up there by Borman. Brings it up the middle, gets out to the 25, 26-yard line, 5-yard return, and it's first down, 10 yards to go for the Warriors. So they'll get the ball. Edco actually won the flip and deferred to the second half, but they must have decided, as it turns out, that they're going to just take a side of the field. They decided which side of the field to take. Because didn't they win the flip?
Edco won the toss, deferred. Central took the ball.
So Edco, if Edco chooses which way they want to defend, then you give up the second half kickoff.
The second half kickoff, yes.
So that's the case there. And it may be a case of they just decided that we've got some things to work on here. We know Central wants to work on the offense. Let's give them the ball to start the second half.
Absolutely.
First down, 10 yards to go. Lone to throw the football. Again, flushed out of the pocket. Rolling to the right. That's the near side. Throws it short of the pass. Knocked away by Ingles. Had a receiver there looking for number 40 in, once again, Kyle Reinhardt. But Lang closed down quickly. Lone throwing back across the green towards the middle of the field, where Lang able to get in there and knock it away.
And that's something the youngster needs to learn there. That's a tough throw, throwing across your body, back against the grain. He's been doing a nice job when he rolls to his right, being right-handed, but then trying to throw back across. I think he's bailing out of that pocket a little early to get that cross.
MFL Marmac has scored again in the second quarter. They lead Crestwood 27-0 now at the half. So, yes, the Bulldogs, the kind of start they're looking for. Second down, 10 yards to go. And you see them moving some players around here. And that is, I believe, Preston Culper, who's as a receiver to the right. Lone, they're set with the receiver split left and right. Lone to throw the football again. It's a screen play. Caught by Hammersland. Hit in the backfield. And he'll able to spin ahead to about the 30-yard line. Picks up 2. They run that screen play, and each time they've picked up some positive yardage. Only a couple there. And it's third down, 8 yards to go. So they've run it a couple of times with Borman and now Hammersland in on that reception. Third down, though, in a long situation for the Warriors. If we have played 2 minutes here now in the second half.
Yeah, they've been behind the sticks a lot tonight, and here's another situation, third and long, and they're not quite to midfield yet.
Edco has went to the bench a little bit. Rochford not out there on defense. 3rd down, 8 yards to go. Lone to throw the football again. He's got time. Now looking to roll out to the left. He's going to run. Brings it left side near the far sideline as he goes across the 35-yard line. Where did he step out? This will depend there. As Lone able to gallop ahead, I should say, and they stepped out of bounds at the 36-yard line. They're actually going to move him back about 4 yards from where he finished up, but he stepped out of bounds, and it's 4th and 4.
Yeah, just not enough gain there, and tough situation here, not quite to midfield. Wondering, are they going to try to go for it? Are they going to kick it? They kicked it in the first half. Looks like they're going for it.
He tried to slide around left end instead of lowering the shoulder to get forward yardage. 4th down, 4 yards to go. They're going to go for it. They run it. Left side, Hammersland. 1st down off the left side. Goes across the 40-yard line inside Viking territory. So power football by the Warriors. They needed 4, picked up 5, and it's 1st and 10.
Yeah, nice gain there by Hammersland, just giving the ball up tight there and getting the 6-yard gain.
And we mentioned Price Rochford. He's on the sideline right now. He would be the Vikings' leading tackler, so they're able to put some kids in here, try to build some depth, as you have number 12 kind of taking over that spot. Landon Campbell, a sophomore, in the middle of that defense along with Ingles. So 1st down, 10 yards to go for the Warriors. And they're going to run the football again. Right side, Sharp hit in the backfield, dropped right there. Nice open field tackle, and that was, once again, right on cue. Landon Campbell making the tackle. No gain. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. He makes that play one-on-one in the hole.
Nice job by Landon Campbell there, shooting the gap, getting up into the backfield, and catching Sharp. Sharp having a hard time getting anything going tonight. I think he's going to improve as the season goes on, but just not able to get through that first wave tonight.
You see a little bit of a difference with Hammersland and him. Hammersland seems to run a little lower, a little more compact.
He is, and he follows his blockers. Sharp is trying to make a hole himself. Hammersland's kind of following where those blockers are at.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. This drive, 4.5 minutes old already because we've got a moving clock. 2 receivers to the right, a receiver to the left, and they work out a pistol. And before we get this play going, we have a delay of game against the Warriors. So that is a 5-yard penalty. Hammersland is in at the tailback spot now. I think you'll see more of that as the season goes on for the Warriors. But this is a 5-yard penalty, and they only have a few penalties in this ball game, but none of them have been well placed.
Yeah, they've just been bad timing on all of the penalties. Another one here, trying to get ahead, and they're behind the sticks already.
2nd down, 15 yards to go. Toss play to Hammersland. It's a high pitch, and he fumbles it, but he's able to pick it up. It bounced back to him. He's pushed out of bounds for a loss of yardage back at the 32-yard line. That was just a toss that was high to the left side, and Hammersland had to reach up for it at about eye level, had to go off his fingertips. They hang on to possession, but they lose 3 yards on that sweep play, toss play to the left.
Yeah, that ball was tossed just a little too high for Hammersland to hold on to, and luckily it bounced back up into his arms, able to gain back some of that yardage, but a loss of 2, and they're behind the sticks even farther here, 3rd down and 18.
Southwind has scored now against Starmont. They lead 9-7 with 5:17 left in the 3rd. They're actually ahead of us there.
They are ahead of us.
3rd down, it is 18 yards to go. Sharp in motion out of the backfield. Lone to throw the football, trying to go to Fetkether in the flat right side. It is incomplete. As again, pressure brought by the Vikings. Carter Hillers, a junior, 5'9" at 190, also there as well as Campbell. With good pressure, it caused that play to really kind of not develop to its full potential.
And I think you're going to see the Warriors punt here. They've been behind the sticks, 4th and a long ways to go. They're going to try to punt this thing away and try to get some coverage downfield.
Yeah, this is 4th down, 15 yards to go, so no reason to go for it here. Hammersland is now into punt. And back to receive is Stagger inside the 20-yard line. With 5.5 minutes left in a fast-moving 3rd quarter. Warriors to punt it away. Hammersland's, I believe this is his first shot at punting.
It is.
And he gets off a nice high kick. Going back there is Stagger at the 11-yard line. Brings it left side to the 20-yard line. He's across the 30-yard line, pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line as he lowered the shoulder there, picked up a couple extra yards, tackled by Hammersland, the punter. And it's a nice return of 23 yards. 1st down, 10 yards to go for the Vikings, and they mark it at the 35-yard line, just short of midfield for Edco.
Yeah, another good starting field position here. Good return by Steger there to get him midfield here and Edco's going to come out for their first possession of the second half.
You mentioned you thought that maybe Edco would play their first-string varsity this first series here of the
I
third
think they'll
quarter.
play this first series at least, and then you'll start seeing some subs, some different guys in there. I assume Ingles will come in, maybe try to throw the ball a little bit just to give those young guys a chance to play some varsity.
Rochford back in at quarterback. Oberbrockling is to his left, 2 receivers to the right, and they're going to run the football with Oberbrockling around right side, brings it inside the 40-yard line, and a nice open field tackle coming back on that play for Central was, I believe, number 21, Borman, makes the play. And that negates a big run as it ended up towards the middle. But a 7-yard gain nonetheless for Oberbrockling as he brought it right side, then cut back towards the middle.
And I expect to see a lot of Overbrockling. We saw Rochford, a lot of keepers know he can handle the ball, but they want to lean on Overbrockling a little bit here. Let's see him get the ball a little bit, maybe have Rochford throw it a little bit here in the second half.
Second down, 3 yards to go. This likely the only drive for Rochford to start the second half, and they're taking their time. The play clock is down to 5 seconds, so they're going to have to burn a timeout here. That'll drive you nuts if you're a coach. He may just take the penalty. They do not get the play out. So that is a 5-yard penalty against Edco. And Edco, you've been pretty crisp on offense for the most part. Don't want to see this type of penalty here.
Well, we talked about, opening game, you're going to see some of these types of penalties. You hope you correct that by week 2, 3, 4 down the season, but some of those things you expect to see in the first game.
So back to second down, 8 yards to go from the right hash mark. Oberbrockling this time around left side. He goes inside the 30-yard line. Oberbrockling into the open now. 30, 20, inside the numbers. Breaks a defender, missed. Breaks the tackle at the 5-yard line. Stumbles down the near sideline and goes in for the score. Giving pursuit was Reinhardt. Somehow he kept his balance after the hit, and it is a touchdown run that goes 38 yards, and the Vikings lead 54-0.
Yeah, that was a huge run there. 43 yards is what I got him down for that touchdown. They were just inside their own half, and he finished that off. Nice score.
Yeah, 43-yard run because the penalty pushed them back. They were at the 38-yard line. So now here comes your conversion for, once again, the Vikings, leading by a score of 54-0 with 3:12 left in our half. Receiver to the right. They have a slot receiver in Lang, and they snap it back to Rochford. Looking right side, throws a quick dump pass right side, and that pass is caught, completed to Campbell for the 2-point conversion. Just a dump pass to the right side. 56-0. Vikings have been perfect tonight on scores and conversions. They're in control. Let's take this break.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
So we actually have an officials timeout as well, and this is a water break timeout with 3:12 left in the third quarter after the touchdown, 56-0. Edco in the lead here, and it is a 43-yard touchdown run, and that was Carter Oberbrockling with the touchdown run there for, once again, Edco, and that is Oberbroeckling's first touchdown of the season. He's had all the conversion, he's had 4 conversion runs tonight. And then you had Rochford hooking up with Campbell on the conversion pass. So 56-0 is our score. And it is Edco in control. Warriors here to get the ball back after they had a drive that got at least inside Edco territory before it bogged down and they punted the football away.
Yeah, they're still struggling to try to find that ground game. What's going to work? They've had a couple of those reverses that have gained them some ground. just not able to establish anything consistently other than that one drive, and they're still looking for that key that's going to break something, maybe get them into the end zone and get them some points.
We mentioned that Edco lost a couple of skill position people from a year ago, but they really return enough, and especially up front. They feel like they're going to be all right there. They're going to be competitive in their district.
They are. They'll be competitive, and it's 8-man football, so as long as you've got athletes out on the court or out on the field, you're going to be competitive with people, but you have to be sure in what you're doing, and I think Edco has proven that against the Warriors thus far tonight.
Eulenkamp to launch it away, so it's been kind of kicking by community tonight for the Vikings. They've had a number of players launch it away. Back deep for, once again, Central is Reinhardt, and also back there as well is Sharp. So they launch it away, and this one will go to Sharp, picks it up at the 17-yard line, brings it left side, gets across the 30-yard line, makes a defender miss, and Sharp brings it inside Viking territory around the left side, inside the 40-yard line, down to the 37-yard line. Best return for the Warriors in this ball game tonight. Nifty return of about 26 yards. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. They start inside Viking territory.
And I'm sure that's what they've seen Sharp do in practice, getting that head of steam and finding those holes and pushing hard. But, man, they just need more of that on the offensive set, not necessarily in the punts.
For some reason, our clock stopped, and it should be running here with 3:02 to go and now it picks up again there. So it is 1st down, 10 yards to go, 2 receivers to the right, a receiver to the left, Lone to throw the football again. He's got time, right side, dumps it, the pass is caught. It is completed there by Reinhardt. Just in a curl play, brings it in the near side, 30-yard line, back to the middle of the field. 1st down as he's down to the 27-yard line. So wide open there, and miscommunication by the Vikings in the back secondary, and it's 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Lone hooking up there with Reinhardt.
Yeah, 11-yard gain there, nice pitch and catch, and Reinhardt able to reel that in, get the 1st down, get something positive going, and I don't think we've said probably enough about the passing game of the Warriors. We've been just kind of harping on the fact that they've had a struggle getting the running game going.
Well, they've completed over 60% of their passes tonight, so that is a positive indeed. 1st down, 10 yards to go, receiver split left and right. Hammersland, in a correction, that is Sharp in the backfield, and he'll get the handoff there, and it's actually Hammersland, brings it left side, gets some positive yardage, brings it outside the hash mark, and he's tackled on the open field there by Stagger coming up from the secondary. It's a 2-yard pickup, 2nd down, 8 yards to go, inside 2 minutes left here in our 3rd quarter.
And I think for Central, you're going to see some different personnel in there. Hammersland was in the backfield that time, Sharp coming back in. He'll be in the backfield this time. Different guys maybe in those receiver areas, seeing who can get something established, but I think it's got to start up front with their front line.
Yeah, they want to run the football. It's a team that wants to run first, pass second. 2nd down, 8 yards to go, and they send it back in motion, and they're going to toss play left side. It is Sharp. Sharp brings it inside the 20-yard line, stumbles ahead to about the 19-yard line near the far side, and a nice run there by Sharp. And again, in on the play is number 10, Christopher Lang. They pick up about 6 yards on that. 3rd and short, and the Warriors haven't had many of these 3rd and short situations tonight.
And I think that's what they were looking for out of Logan Sharp. Much better run that time. Kind of got the pitch play, found himself with a little bit of space, ran over a Viking, finished falling forward. That's what you want to see out of your running backs. 3rd and manageable here for the Warriors.
Inside a minute left in our 3rd quarter, so 3rd and 1. Yeah, you could live in these situations all night long, 3rd and short. And here is your play, with Lone continuing to work on a pistol. Receivers left and right, and they run the football there with Hammersland, and he's got the 1st down. Trying to strip the ball away is the Vikings, but Hammersland up the middle, picks up a couple of yards, only needed 1, picked up 2, and they're down to the 15-yard line, where it's 1st and 10, inside 30 seconds left in our 3rd quarter, I should say.
Yeah, nice gain there by Hammersland to pick up that 1st down, and I don't know, Warriors will get off another play here, but they've got things rolling. I think they'd want to get another play in before the quarter. We're under 20 seconds.
At least some positive plays running between at least the guard spots, up the middle.
Yeah, anything between those guards, up the middle, trying to establish something against these linebackers that Edco has been using well all night.
So quickly, with 5 seconds to go, here's your final play of the quarter. Lone to throw the football. He's got time. Now flushed out. Lone is going to run. He's got some open field on the far side. Goes inside the 10-yard line, steps out of bounds at the 7-yard line. Positive yards there. Picks up 8 yards. And that's how the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Warriors are marching, but it is all Edco. 56-0. You're listening to high school football from KCTN Sports.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by James Rochford and Brandon Mather, agents for Community Insurance of Iowa in Edgewood, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point, and Delhi, Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, Culligan Water Conditioning of Elkader, Carr Auto Group, and the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. So 56-0 is our score. It is Edco leading Central, but the Warriors have second down and goal just outside the 5-yard line, closer to the 9-yard line. Second down, and actually it is 4 yards to go from the 9-yard line.
They can pick up a first down without getting the touchdown here out there at the 9-yard line.
And only one drive for Edco in that third quarter, but it resulted in a touchdown.
It did. It was a nice touchdown there, run by Carter Overbrockling. He's pushing 100 yards as well.
Another score. North Fayette Valley has tied up, or I should say Independence in the second quarter, now knotted at 14. They have about a minute 30 left in that second quarter. Lone to throw the football as we start the fourth quarter here. Looks over the middle, and that pass overshot. Looking for the slant play. The pass intended for number 81 and Preston Culper. Just overshot over the middle. Third down, 4 yards to go. He did have a step on his defender.
Looking for the sophomore connection there, and Culper not able to reel that in. A little off target. But third down here, and I think the Warriors are happy that they're in third manageable territory, 2-down territory here with 4 yards to gain inside Edco territory.
Yeah, no doubt. They need to finish off a drive. Need some positive. Last time they were down inside the 10-yard line, they ended up throwing an interception, and that was a pick six. But it's third down. They've got 2 plays to get a first down here, and 2 receivers lined up to the right on third down, 5 yards to go. Receiver to the left. Sharp is in the backfield. Lone again, and now I believe Edco was going to bring blitz and jumped off sides, and it's not just one Edco lineman, it's the 2 ends.
Yeah, the 2 ends were both, they were coming, they were bringing everything, and they both stepped across.
So that gives them a first down inside the 5-yard line. So the Warriors will take it. First and goal from the 5-yard line with the score 56-0.
And if you're the Warriors and Coach Heitland over there, that changes maybe your mindset of what you want to do here. First and goal from the 4.
2 receivers to the right, a receiver to the left. Sharp is in the backfield as we return to action. And here is the snapback. Lone swing play right side. It is caught. That is Borman. Borman at the goal line trying to muscle his way in. Stop just short of the goal line. 2 Vikings would not let him in, including number 2 there in Carter Batten, another sophomore. And it's a gain of 4 just short of the goal line. Borman giving all sorts of effort, just stopped short.
Yeah, nice job there by Borman. A 3-yard gain there to put him right on the doorstep, but not able to push that across.
So second and goal from the 1-yard line here. They've run that swing play with some success tonight. They line up without a receiver. And it is second down and goal from the 1-yard line. I formation, and Lone runs the football left side. Hammersland. Hammersland stood up at the line of scrimmage, but able to reach over the football. Goes in for the score from a yard out. Warriors finish off a drive. 10:26 left in the fourth. 56-6. Edco in the lead.
Yeah, a little positive there. We talked about Central needing some positives there, and that was a nice finish for them, getting that into the end zone. Now they're going to try to get the conversion, try to make this a little closer, but Edco still definitely in control. Some different guys in there, but a positive for the Warriors.
And that is the young freshman's first touchdown of the season. First varsity touchdown. So they will go for 2, and it's the 8-man game. Everybody goes for 2. 2 receivers to the right. Sharp is in at tailback, and here is your conversion attempt with Lone. Lone, toss play to Sharp. Sharp trying to get around right end. Great pursuit by the Vikings, and they deny it. Back at the 3-yard line. Couldn't turn the corner. So with 10:26 to go in our fourth quarter, 56-6. Vikings in the lead. Let's take this break.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
People's State Bank is locally owned and locally managed with 20 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology, we're it. As a community bank, we're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
Hammersland gets a 1-yard touchdown run. The conversion fails. He's set to launch it away from the 30-yard line with a 56-6 Edco lead. And the kick is away. Back over left side. Lang picks it up at the far sideline at the 5-yard line. Brings it up the middle. Lang's across the 25-yard line. And here's Lang breaking a tackle at the 35-yard line. He's going to return this all the way. This is a 75-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. They have an interception for a touchdown. The offense has been dominant. Special teams joins in. 62-6. Vikings in the lead.
Wow, what a run there by Lang. He was on the left side of the field and saw a little bit of opening, and when he got through, he actually bounced that out to the right side, turned on the jets, and outran everybody.
So it's now 62-6 with 10:14 to go here in our fourth quarter. So Lang showing some speed, but the big thing is he got to the 30-yard line, somehow got through a scrum there.
Yeah, got through a lot of good blocks by the Vikings, and once he popped out to the right side, nobody was catching him. He just turned it on and finished strong.
So they will try for the conversion now, and just like that, the Vikings have only had one drive this second half, and they have 2 touchdowns. So they will go for the conversion, and now timeout taken by Central.
They didn't have guys on the field.
So timeout taken by the Warriors with 10:14 to go in our fourth quarter, trailing 62-6. So that was a quick turnaround for Central, trying to get some players on the field.
Well, and they did such a great job with that offensive set, driving down the field, and then let up a little bit on that kickoff, and Lang takes it to the house to answer their touchdown.
Yeah, that was a case there. The Warriors got some feel-good plays, running the football, finished off the drive, and then just like that, Edco answers back to make it 62-6. So Lang with a 75-yard kickoff return. At first, I thought maybe Edco was going to have to take a timeout, that they were late getting up to the line of scrimmage.
They were running out of time. They were down to 6 seconds on the play clock, and all of a sudden the whistle blows. I thought, well, Edco's going to take a timeout on a 2-point conversion. Central ended up taking a timeout. They ran a guy on late, and they must have had the wrong personnel. They're scrambling here.
So here's your 2-point conversion attempt. And by the way, Carson Ingalls continues at quarterback. So Price Rochford has not played this second half. On the offensive side, he's been out there defense for a series. And here's your conversion attempt. Edco has been perfect on their conversion attempts tonight. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Lang out of shotgun, gets the snap. He's blitzed, hit as he throws it, and the pass is almost intercepted at the goal line there by Borman on the near side. Lang had to dump it early, pressured by Fetkether. The conversion fails. First time they've failed on the conversion tonight. 62-6. Vikings in the lead, back with the final 10-14 after this.
It's back to school time again, and that means the fall sports season is in full swing. Dr. Mark Foey, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, Dr. Courtney Wicken, and the staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona wish all of our area cross-country, volleyball, and football student athletes a very healthy and successful season. Get out and support your local school sports teams this fall. Family Dentistry of Monona, where health-changing smiles are created.
Warrior Viking football is brought to you in part by Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Northeast Iowa Sub-Drains in Strawberry Point, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, member FDIC, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. 62-6. Lang with the touchdown, 75-yard kickoff return. The conversion pass fails, and that was actually Ingles trying to throw the conversion pass to the right side. I think may have been looking for Lang.
Looking for Lang and just a little underthrown.
And Braxton Borman, the nearest Warrior defender, got his hands on the ball down at the goal line, and the conversion fails. So to launch it away here will be Ben Piersbacher. Piersbacher, the freshman, he's done a pretty good job. Edco, with the number of kickers they've tried, they've all done a pretty good
nice job, yeah.
Getting it by the first line of defense anyway. Warriors have guys back to receive at the 15-yard line. So Piersbacher to launch it away. And it is a line drive kick, but it goes past the first line. And backside, Hammersland has it outside the right hash mark. He brings it across the 25-yard line, brings it now left side, goes to the 30-yard line, runs over a defender as he brings it inside Viking territory. So Hammersland got into the open, showing some good speed. Nothing to the right, brings it left. First down, 10 yards to go inside the 40-yard line.
And that was a nice return there by Hammersland. Last time Central started inside Edco territory, got a touchdown, starting just inside Edco territory on the 39.
So 10:01 to go here in our fourth quarter. Clock should be moving again, and they now start it. And it is first down, 10 yards to go for the Warriors. So can Central get another drive here?
Yeah, they're going to try to put something together. They had a little success last time. They kind of know what's working. They're going to continue to try to work on those things. Maybe get themselves another touchdown. Who knows?
Jackson Eulenkamp for the Vikings tried to make that tackle on Hammersland. And now, before this play gets going, are you kidding me?
Central.
The Warriors have to take a timeout before this play gets going.
Well, they broke the huddle, and a young man took off on the sideline.
And they've got some different kids in now, so you kind of understand that. Hammersland's not in there. They had a lineman leave. So this is just a matter of figuring out who's on. I believe they've went to their bench now here with 9:33 to go in our fourth quarter.
But, they ran a guy out of the huddle to get off the sideline, and they went up to the line of scrimmage with only 7 guys. So they have to burn a timeout here.
And that is their third timeout of this half. So they had to take a timeout on the conversion earlier. So 2 conversions and then a timeout here.
Timeout here because of personnel. So.
And again, this is game number 1. So you are putting in some different kids at this point, it appears anyway. So first down, 10 yards to go to the 39-yard line. We kept it here during that timeout. North Fayette Valley is now at the half. It's 14-14. North Fayette Valley and Independence. And again, Southwind leading Starmont 9-7. MFL Marmac leads 27-0 at the half. West Fork leads Clayton Ridge 14-6 in the second. So here we go. First down, 10 yards to go. Lone to throw the football. Looking right side. He's looking long. Looking down the right sideline. One-on-one coverage. The pass is incomplete. Looking for Borman down at the 10-yard line. He was covered there by number 2 and Carter Batten. That's one-on-one. Just letting him a lot of arm fighting going on down there. Both of them going after the ball. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, both guys kind of pushing, shoving a little bit there, but going for the ball, and no flag on that play. Nice ball there that time by Lone. Borman needs to keep running through that, try to haul that in.
That was down at the 10-yard line, so that's a 30-yard plus throw for Lone. 35-plus yards there, and it's a one-on-one. It's just a jump ball.
It's a jump ball, you bet.
And Hammersland back in at tailback. He was not out there to start the previous play, so he's back in at tailback now for Central with 8:45 in our second quarter. Second down, 10 yards to go. Lone going to toss it right side to Hammersland. They run the reverse again, and left side it is Borman. He's got some blockers. Borman brings it near side, 40-yard line. He's down inside the 30-yard line. Finally tackled from behind at the 20-yard line. They push the pile ahead to the 18-yard line. They've run that reverse 4 times, and it's been successful. Landon Campbell makes the touchdown-saving tackle on the near side. 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Yeah, they're down to the 16, so that was a great gain there by the Warriors on that reverse once again.
They've run that with Hammersland the previous 3 times, and it is Borman running it there. So first down, 10 yards to go, and again, Edco, you've got some different players out there defensively trying to get some of these numbers in there. Eulenkamp is now in there in the secondary spot for Edco.
You kind of wonder, next week with Don Bosco, a very talented 8-man team, are they going to fall for that reverse? Because they're going to see it on film this
First
week.
down, 10 yards to go. Hammersland goes up the middle. There's no gain there. He's tackled up front by number 12, Landon Campbell, who's played well in the backup middle linebacker role. Only a gain of a yard. Second down, 9 yards to go. So Hammersland has had some good success running between the guards, but not much there. A gain of a yard.
Yeah, little tight that time, not able to squeeze through that first wave, and a nice tackle in there by the guys up front for Edco.
So the Warriors looking for something to build on. Had a touchdown the last drive. Love to get another touchdown here.
They would. They're putting some things together here, getting into Edco territory, knocking on the door once again.
And this is a case here that it is second down, 9 yards to go. Lone back in the backfield. Lone to throw the football again. It's a screen play. It is caught there by Hammersland. Brings it left side to the 10-yard line. Cuts back inside the numbers. Goes inside the 5. In for the score. Touchdown. Got it. Lone, the touchdown pass left side. 17 yards to Hammersland. And the Warriors with a nice touchdown drive. 62-12 with 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, that interesting. We saw them warming up with that little screen play, and they got to make sure that those linemen aren't too far downfield, but nice job getting rid of it by Lone. 17 yards, getting it into the end zone. Another touchdown here for the Warriors.
And again, that's sophomore hooking up with a freshman. By the way, Starmont has now scored. 7:06 left in the fourth quarter. Starmont leads Southwind 14-9 in that ball game.
That's a good ball game over there.
And trying for the conversion here will be the Warriors. Lone rolling out to the right, looking for Hammersland. Instead, Lone's going to tuck it. Tucks inside the right pylon on the far side, goes in for the conversion. 7:04 to go. Warriors here answer with 8 points. 62-14. Edco in the lead. Back with more after this.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
62-14 is our score. It is Edco leading Central here. Central scored, now 2 touchdowns in this fourth quarter, as Hammersland has his second touchdown of the game, a 1-yard touchdown run earlier this quarter, and a 17-yard reception there. To launch it away, Hammersland, but the ball falls at the 30-yard line. So, looking to finish this game. End of the third quarter, West Fork leads Clayton Ridge 14-12 at the end of the third quarter. So a good ball game going on at Wartburg College. And it is Hammersland again to launch it away from the 30-yard line. Warriors are off sides. Yeah, throw the flag. And it is caught by the up back. And that is number 2 catching the football there, and that is Batten. Batten brings it left side across the middle now. 35-yard line, tripped up by Borman. Otherwise, he may have been gone. It's pushed ahead to the 40-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. And we see a few sloppy flags now coming into this play.
Well, and is this one of those cases where they can put it on after the fact, or do they have to take this and re-kick it?
And I would believe you're just going to push it ahead. The penalty is going to be declined. All right, so Either way, 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. And let's see what this group of the Vikings can do now. It's number 6, Cooper Brown is in. He's a freshman. And let's see. At the Ingalls continues to run the show, and Campbell is to the right of him. Receiver split left and right, first down, 10 yards to go, and it is going to be Ingalls bringing it left side. Goes out around the far end, brings it inside to the 37-yard line, picks up 3 yards on the play, second down, 7 yards to go. Tackled on that far side there by number 5 in Kyle Depke. 6.5 and counting in our fourth quarter.
Yeah, that clock's going to continue to run because we still got that point differential here. Nice run by Ingalls there, getting it to the outside. We talked about different personnel in there. Landon Campbell's in there. We've got number 16 in there. Nick Eulenkamp is lining up as an end. You talked about number 6, Cooper Brown, is on a wideout.
Second down, 7 yards to go. They snap it back to Ingalls. Ingalls brings it right side, goes inside the 35-yard line. Slowed down by Fetkether, finally brought down by number 20 in Max Fetkether. So that was Sam Fetkether, got to him first, the senior, then the sophomore Max Fetkether there. So they team up for a tackle, and it's third down, 4 yards to go. Ingles just running a couple of direct snaps the last couple of plays for the Vikings.
Yep, just kind of a wildcat here in this 8-man game and looking for his blockers. Not quite as patient, so not getting that extra block downfield from his wide receiver.
So for Central, number 33 has come in up front. That is Keyshawn Foster. He is a freshman up front. Number 60, Braden Taylor, a sophomore, has come in up front for them as well. Third down, 4 yards to go. Edco trying to get lined up here offensively, and there's a flag as they snap it back to Ingles, brings it right side, and again on the near side, goes inside the 25-yard line, tackled ahead by Fetkether down to the 23-yard line, but Edco never really got set to run that play, and the penalty is going to push him back.
Well, they were down to 1 second on the play clock, and they all knew it, so they just kind of went with it, and I think a couple guys on the outside were not set, so they're going to bring that ball back.
So again, we're talking subs in at this point, so you've got guys trying to line up right, and what happened there is you basically had the two slot receivers lined up off the ball. Only one of them can be.
One of them needed to be up on the ball, one was off the ball, and they weren't communicating very
Needless to say, our clock stops because of the penalty. Now starts up again. Inside 5 minutes left here in our fourth quarter. Two receivers to the left, a receiver to the right for Edco. Ingles, make sure that everybody's set. Here we go. Third down, 8 yards to go. Ingles going to run it again. Wildcat up the middle, steps inside the 35-yard line. He'll push it ahead to about the 32-yard line. Tackled there up front by Max Fetkether, and it's going to be fourth down for Edco. And this is fourth down, probably closer to 3 yards to go. They have to get inside the 30 for first down. This is only Edco's second drive of the second half.
It is, because they scored that touchdown on the kickoff return, so the offense wasn't on the field for that.
And that was the first-team offense that scored on a 43-yard run by Oberbronkling. It was 48-0 at the half. It's 62-14 right now. Bunch formation, three receivers to the left, fourth down and short. Ingles, they've got blockers out there. He's going to get to the corner, steps inside the 30-yard line, has first down around left side. Nice job, kind of picking and diving there. Carson Ingles on the left side, first down for the Vikings inside 4 minutes left in the fourth.
Yeah, doing a nice job there, following his blockers, getting a better push downfield and getting those extra yards.
For Edco, this is going to be the concern for them, and it is for any 8-man team, but depth.
Yeah, and then that's what they're trying to build right now. We're talking about these different names. You've got different guys on the line. I think you've got a different guy snapping the ball. Connor Davis is snapping the ball. We've got Lucas Barnhart as one of the guards. I think Ben Piercebacher is the other guard. So we've got different guys up on the line as well. So trying to build that depth to get that experience, and a lot of these guys will be playing on Monday night in the JV game.
First down, 27 yards to go. Vikings taking their time, and they run the football this time. Carrying it is Campbell. Campbell can't get to the edge on the right side. Shut down well by Central. And again, that's Max Fetkether in pursuit. Fortunate to get a yard there, and it was actually number 2. That was Carter Batten carrying the ball there. So second down, 8 yards to go. Inside 3 minutes by the time the ball is snapped.
That clock is not on Central Elkader's side right now, but I think some positives to take out of the second half, getting some guys in there, some chance to play.
Yep. Second down, 8 yards to go. Warriors passing game, not bad tonight. Second down, 8 yards to go. Receiver split left and right. The Vikings figure to keep it on the ground. Here's a bad snap. Ingles, it's a busted play, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's Max Fetkether again getting through there. They're going to lose 3 yards. Ingles, a low snap from center, and again, this is what you kind of get. You've got some backups in there now. Great job by Ingles going back to get the ball, but as he tried to bring it back, Max Fetkether had a one-on-one shot there and brought him down for a loss of 2.
Yeah, a little panic up front there when that snap bounced and not holding blocks, and Max Fetkether able to get through. Nice tackle there on Carson Ingles.
Third down, 12 yards to go. Ingles on the sideline, and Coach Rochford taking his time getting the play in. They've got 14 seconds, so they may want to hurry it up. If there's a false start here, Coach Rochford may own that one.
This one might be on him if they have a false start or delay a game.
They finally break the huddle. The play clock is down to 3. So Ingles up to the line of scrimmage. Quick snap. They get it off in time. How about that? Nice job. They run the football with Campbell. Campbell gets back to the original line of scrimmage up the middle. Picks up 2 yards. It's fourth down and 10 yards to go. Number 81, Preston Culper up front among the Warriors in on the play. 1:45 and counting in our fourth quarter. Number 85 into the game, Jacob Cook, now at an end spot for the Warriors. I believe we've got everybody that has played in this ball game tonight. Few starters out there for the Warriors. But for the most part, you've got guys playing in different roles at this point.
You have little different looks there from some of those guys, and a lot of subs on the Edco side right now.
Good example is Cook moving over to an end instead of nose guard. 4th down, 10 yards to go. Empty backfield to Ingles. Ingles is going to throw the football. Right side looking over the middle. Wide open. The pass is caught by Batten. Middle of the field left wide open. Catches it. Strolls in for the score. 27-yard touchdown play there by the Edco backups. 68-14, Vikings in the lead.
And that was just a kind of a fake over on the side with the flat. Landon Campbell stepped back for the screen, and the defender kind of bid on it, and Carter Batten just took off on that post route. Wide open, nice pitch and catch. Good finish for the Vikings.
Yeah, there was nobody in the middle of the field. So it's 68-14, and on 4th down, they throw the football. And now they're going to try to reach 70. Campbell moves to the right of Ingles. And here is the snap. They run the football with Campbell. Hit in the backfield, and the conversion fails. He tries to reach out, but he's maybe to the 2-yard line. That's it. Conversion fails. 1:08 to go. 68-14. Vikings on their way. Back with the finish, I promise, after this.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel Garage Doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
So it's 68-14. It is Edco in the lead. Let's update you on other scores. West Fork leads Clayton Ridge 14-12 at the end of 3. MFL Marmac leads Cascade 27-0 at the end of 3. Starmont leads Southwind in the 4th 14-9. Independence and North Fayette Valley tied at 14. That game is at the half. Vikings on a 27-yard pass play. Ingles to Batten. The conversion run fails, and they lead 68-14. So it was 4th and 10, and they had run the ball, playing it safe there. But, again, this is a group of subs that wants to score for Edco.
They do, and it was a well-designed play there. Just got the defense to bite on it. Nobody over the top on that, and Batten just kind of went untouched into the end zone.
It will be now Eulenkamp's turn to kick it off again for Edco. The left-footed kicker just squibs it ahead. Ball goes through the first line of defense, though. Bounces back to Hammersland at the 25-yard line. Hammersland brings it right side, and he gets inside Edco territory as he's on the far sideline. Inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line. 1:01 to go in our fourth quarter. And Central, let's see where they have no timeouts to use, but let's see if they can get another score, maybe a big play.
They got a minute. They're going to have to move a little quicker. I don't know if they've got any kind of spread, fast offense here, but they're going to need it once this clock starts.
And the clock starts once the ball is set. So you figure they got a couple of plays here and a chance. The officials have not spotted the ball yet, and let's start the clock. Inside a minute to go. So it is 1st down, 10 yards to go. Hammersland, a nice return on the far sideline.
He did. That ball kind of squibbed through that first wave of defenders, and Hammersland scooped it up, had a head of steam, so that helped a lot to get him down the sideline.
Warriors, problems. Now they're missing a player, so late off the sideline, they bring their player in, and a good job by the officials not setting play. So here we go. And 1st down, they run the football. The Hammersland goes up the middle. He's inside the 35-yard line. Makes a defender miss. Hammersland down the near sideline now. He's inside the 5 and pushed out of bounds there. So it's 1st and goal to the 3-yard line. And the Warriors here, some positive to build off of. Here's they're threatening to score again in our 4th.
Yep, a 32-yard gain there by Hammersland. He's had a really nice second half here.
And you can see that as the season goes on, he's likely going to become the featured back, or at least get more carries.
He's going to get a lot of carries. He runs real hard downhill, and I think he's a nice complement with Logan Sharp there in the backfield. We had a hard time getting things going in the first half, but I think it's a good combination of different running styles out of those two young men.
So the Warriors here, this may be our last play of the game if they don't score. They're at the 3-yard line, and they're just breaking the huddle with 15 seconds to go. They're in the I formation. So here's your First and goal play from the 4-yard line, and they run the football with the fullback, and that play is not going to go anywhere. Stopped at the 4-yard line. They ran it with Borman, and the game comes to an end. So a good job by the Edco defense there, keeping the Warriors out of the end zone. But it is Edco blitzing the Warriors in the first half. Set the tone early with a couple of impressive opening drives. Edco wins our 8-man season opener. Impressive. 68-14, they win over Central. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews, post-game show is coming up. You're listening to high school football on KCTN, Garnavillo, Elkader, Iowa.
No trip to Northeast Iowa is complete without a visit to the Turkey River Mall in Elkader. Browse and shop through 4 levels with over 14,000 square feet of purely unique shopping. You'll discover an eclectic mix of old and new, including antiques, jewelry, high-end, and resale clothing for kids and adults, furniture, art, books, toys, crafts, rocks, and minerals, and think custom apparel. Visit our updated website at turkeyrivermall.com or like and share our Facebook page.
Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
At Top Gun Customs, we know that cars are complicated. We can handle all the complex new features of any vehicle, foreign or domestic. Not only will it look like new, it'll perform like new. At Top Gun, we don't care if it's a 30-point buck or just your neighbor's cat, big or small, we like them all. Top Gun also does fiberglass repairs, boats, motorcycles, guitars, detailing, paint corrections, headlight restoration. There's not much we don't do. Call Bob or Nancy at Top Gun for details and to schedule your repairs today. 563-964-9899.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
I should have moved over for that utility van.
I should have slowed down for that bucket truck.
I should have slowed down and moved over for that maintenance vehicle.
I should have known the law.
Did you know that in the state of Iowa, motorists are required by law to move over or slow down when approaching any stationary vehicle that has its flashing lights activated, including utility trucks and maintenance vehicles? Failing to do so can result in fines or the loss of your driver's license. So when you see flashing lights, move over or slow down, preferably both. It's the law, and it might just save a life. This safety message brought to you by Alamaki Clayton Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Warrior Viking football is brought to you in part by TD Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Elkader, Carl's Grocery in Edgewood, Prestige Day Spa, Ray's Excavating, Del Clay Farm Equipment in Edgewood, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, and TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont. Welcome back to Community Dreams Field here in Edgewood. It is Edco victorious, 68-14. Victorious in this ball game over Central. We're joined by Edco football coach James Rochford. Coach, right out to start the ball game here, the running game was dominant. Let's start there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the front line blocked well, especially the first quarter. They let up a little bit in the second quarter. We had a little conversation about that at halftime. But, you know, I mean, that's kind of our MO this year, I guess. And the kids played well and did well, and we can still throw the ball around, but we wanted to, you know, prove to ourselves we could run it, and that's what we did tonight.
Well, you talk about throwing the football. I think on that one drive, I mean, you guys had control of the game, but you went to more of a spread look and moved the ball down the field.
Yeah, I mean, we can do that, and the kids the kids have done that for 4 years that are in the program, the seniors, and they know how to do it, and they're used to it, and that's something we can go to at any time, and just do a hurry up and make people think twice. But we just needed to establish a running game in the offensive line, and that's kind of where our strength is this year. So we have to go to that.
We've talked about the guys up front, but let's talk about the guys that carried the ball. Bryce Rochford had 8 touches, 4 of them touchdowns, 120 yards. Carter Oberbrockling rushes for 92 yards too.
Yeah, I mean, we've only got a couple of guys back there, so we're going to mix it up, give both of them a chance at it, and keep defenses honest. And I guess if it's working up front, we're just going to keep pounding the rock.
You mentioned that experience up front. I think that's huge.
It is. It really is. I mean, Will started last year, and Grady started last year, and Jake Schilling, he started this year, but had some experience from last year. So and he's worked very hard in the weight room on the off season. So we've gained as a team, as an offensive line as a whole. A lot. We matured a lot. So
defensively, obviously, you made Central struggle running the football for the most part.
Yeah, again, we put Connor Davis up at nose, and it's a tough guy to block. You got to double team him if you want to get around him, and let the other kids kind of play in space. And the kids did a good job. And we're going to break down film. They made a lot of mistakes, and we're going to correct those tomorrow. So
all right, a couple of things here. Lang had a kickoff return. Special teams getting involved.
Yeah, and that's great to see him do that. He's our third string returner, so it wasn't like we were trying to run up the score or anything. He's a sophomore and needs the experience, and he made a couple of good cuts and had some good blocks, and good for him. I'm not going to tell the kids to not try, and I told them that at halftime. I said, if you're in the game, I'm expecting you to try. No matter what the score is, I want to see you win the battle.
In second half, able to, I think, try to build depth, and Carson Ingalls led the offense.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're intending to do. Price has been injured with his ankle, and was able to play the first half and did real well, and that was good to see as a relief. But Carson's one play away, so he has to be able to carry the rock, and we also got to develop a kid behind him too. So when you start with 22 kids, it's hard to get everybody in on a varsity game. That's why we have JV games on Monday, and we'll develop those kids there. So,
all right, Easton Valley next week. That's how you start district play.
Yeah, Easton Valley will be tough. Central Arcata had a new coach. Easton Valley has a new coach. Easton Valley graduated a lot of their seniors. What are they going to run? What are they going to do? We don't know. I'm looking forward to watching the game film on that. I don't know, much about them. I know they had 2 really good freshmen last year, and they'll be a handful. But it's just game by game. We have to develop and mature. So.
All right, Coach, we'll talk to you on our Countdown show next week. Good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Edco football coach James Rochford on his Viking team victorious 68-14. We'll take a break. When we return, our coaching interviews continue. We'll have game stats as well. You're listening to the postgame show from KCTN Sports.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by James Rochford and Brandon Mather, agents for Community Insurance of Iowa in Edgewood, Silver Edge Cooperative in Edgewood, Strawberry Point in Delhi, Hill Country Convenience Store, Every's Auto and Tire in Colesburg, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, Culligan Water Conditioning of Elkader, Carr Auto Group, and the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC. Welcome back to Community Dreams Field. Post-game show continues. We're joined by Central football coach Ben Heitland. Coach, your team dropping this decision 68-14, but let's talk about some positive. I mean, you got some things going finally in the second half.
Yeah, second half, at halftime I kind of challenged them to just, play the second half with pride. Forget about the scoreboard. Just go out and have fun and play football. There were times in the first half where we moved the ball pretty well too, and then some small mistakes, kind of hurt us on some drives there as well. So,
all right, let's talk about some more positive in the passing game. Let's start there. Isaac Lone ended up 13 of 23, 78 yards, a touchdown, and a pick for you.
Yeah, just watching him play tonight, we were real happy with the way that he was moving around the pocket and going through some progressions. We thought he threw some pretty good balls. Sounds like there might have been a miscommunication on a route on that pick, but we'll have to break that down on film. But yeah, I was happy with the way that he played and commanded the huddle for us. So
all right, the other thing is running the football. I know you guys want to be able to run the football, and that was kind of tough tonight.
Yeah, when we knew it was going to be a tall order, we could tell on film too that their linebackers flowed really well, and they were pretty tight to the line of scrimmage. So getting angles and bodies on their second level was going to be tough, and that proved to be true tonight. So
you had an injury to Logan Sharp. Let's get an update there.
I'm not real sure if it's knee or an ankle. He's kind of been hobbled with a little bit of leg problems in practice too, but tonight it decided to flare up again. So he'll ice and take care of himself this weekend, and we'll evaluate his status on Monday.
All right, Owen Hammersland, there's, again, another piece when you talk about you had a sophomore in Lone and a freshman running the ball.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's hustles all the time in practice. We go to water. He's the first one to water, first one back. Asks the right questions and is a real coachable kid. And, man, he runs hard.
Yeah. So you see some pieces to build upon there. Real quick, you guys have Don Bosco coming up next week, so not going to get any easier.
Nope. Unfortunately, the first 4 games this year are all against playoff teams from last year. So we'll have to have a good focused week of practice and see what we can do next week.
But I think it's a win. You're playing varsity football this year. It's a win no matter what.
Correct. And we knew it was going to be a tall order making the jump, especially against a team that had quite a few pieces back from last year. So, again, positives with the second half where I just basically challenged them to compete and have fun and not roll over, and I think they responded.
All right,
well,
Coach, we'll talk to you next week on the Countdown Show. Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Central football coach Ben Heitland talking things over about his Warrior team. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll go through the game stats, get you updated on scores. That and more when our postgame show continues after this.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon. David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader. Welterlin Motors in Edgewood. Citizen State Bank of Monticello, Hopkinton, Ryan, Manchester, Winthrop, Strawberry Point, Springville, and New Vienna. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender. Blooms Flowers, Gifts, and more in Edgewood. Furniture Showcase in Oldwine. Bacon Concrete in Postville. And Rivals Inc. Custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. 68-14, that's our final score. It is Edco over Central. Let's update you on other scores real quick. Starmont has defeated Southwind tonight 14-9. MFL Marmac leads Crestwood 27-0 in the fourth. Independence and North Fayette Valley tied at 14 in the third. And West Fork leads Clayton Ridge in the third quarter, actually at the end of the third quarter, 14-12. We're joined by Coach Hammond. Let's go through the individual totals, and let's start with the Vikings.
Vikings on the ground tonight were led by Price Rochford. He had 8 carries, 120 yards, 4 touchdowns. Carter Overbrockling, 5 carries, 92 yards, a touchdown. Carson Ingalls, 8 carries, 46 yards, a touchdown. Carter Batten had a carry for 2 yards. Landon Campbell had a carry for 2 yards. 23 carries, 262 yards on the ground for the Vikings, and those 6 touchdowns. In the air, Price Rochford was 2 for 3, 37 yards. Carson Ingalls was 1 for 1, 27 yards. That was a touchdown, so 3 for 4 as a team for 64 yards. Catches by Steger for 33, Lang for 4, and Batten had the 27-yard touchdown. So 326 yards of offense for the Vikings tonight.
And again, it was controlling things up front, 48-0. They led at the half, scored 24 points in the first quarter, 24 points in the second quarter, had a pick 6, had a kickoff return for a touchdown. So lots of players involved for the Vikings tonight. For the Warriors.
For the Warriors, they were led on the ground by Owen Hammerslin. He had 10 carries, 60 yards. He had that 1-yard touchdown plunge. Isaac Lone had 4 carries for 18 yards. Braxton Borman, 5 carries, 15 yards. Logan Sharp had 8 carries for 14 yards. Fetketter had a carry as well. 28 carries, 107 yards for the Warriors. Isaac Lone tonight as quarterback was 13 of 23, 78 yards. He did have that 1 interception run back for a touchdown, but he also had a touchdown of 17 yards. That touchdown was actually thrown to Hammerslin.
Yep.
He had 5 catches for 32 yards. Borman had 2 catches for 9 yards. Depke had a catch for 17. Fetketter had a catch for 2. Sharp had a catch for 2. Reinhardt had a catch for 11 yards. And Sharp had 2 catches for 5 yards. So 78 yards in the air on 13 receptions. 185 yards of total offense for the Warriors tonight.
So we start with Central, and there's some positive. You threw the ball, well, for the most part. You've got a quarterback that can extend plays. You threw a touchdown pass from a sophomore to a freshman, and they may need to run the football more with that freshman as the season goes on there. But at least they continue to work hard for 4 quarters in the ballgame. It's going to be a challenge for them. Make no mistake, in the 8-man district they're in.
It's a tall order, but I think you saw some positives tonight. They have things to build off of. They have things to work on. They got a tall order next week. Like Coach Heitland said, the first 4 weeks, all playoff teams from a year ago. So they have a tall order, but I think they have those kids with the desire and, the drive that they want to improve. They want to get better. They're learning this game. They're learning what it takes to be at the varsity level and that speed, and I think they're only going to get better. It's just going to be a challenging year for them.
Yeah, and the good news is, like we said, they're playing varsity. Meanwhile, for Edgewood Colesburg, starting out the season with a win, Easton Valley next week. They start district play as well. An Easton Valley team that, as Coach Rochford said, new coach. He knows they got a couple of young players and knew they were pretty good last year. Good traditional program there in Easton Valley is how they start district play. But for Edco, looks to me like they're going to be in the mix there.
They are. They're going to be okay as long as they can stay healthy.
Yep.
You heard Coach talk about Price Rochford having some ankle issues. He looked good tonight. Looked like he was healthy. So
and then able to get him out of the game to stay healthy.
Yeah, to stay healthy. But you saw Carter Overbrockling running the ball. You saw Carson Ingalls coming in and as a backup quarterback doing a nice job of running the ball. And they threw the ball. And I think up front, they were really stout, and defensively, they floated the ball. Great tackles. They had the pick 6 on defense. They had the kickoff return on special teams. A lot of things on film, a lot of stuff for Easton Valley to look at.
All right, so once again, our final score, 68-14. It is Edco victorious in this ball game tonight against Central. Next week, we'll be at Starmont just down the road. It is Clayton Ridge at Starmont. Countdown to kickoff begins at 6. We'll talk with all of our area coaches. Game time at 7 here on KCTN FM 100 and live live video streamed on KCTN.com. Our thanks to Edco for allowing us to live video stream. Want to remind you, if you want to catch all the Edco activities, you can go to the NFHS Network. NFHS Network. Say that 3 times fast. And, of course, that is brought to you by Community Savings Bank as well. So that's how you can catch all the Edco events. So we'll see you guys next week.
You bet. We'll be there, Dan.
For Coach Aaron Hammond, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks to Dakota Hammond for running our camera. Also thanks to, once again, Michaela Erickson. Thank you there. Michaela Erickson for running our studio show tonight. It's the first game of the year. We're 68-14 Edco victorious tonight over Central. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlight scores and more, go to KCTN.com, click on the Sports tab. And by the way, West Fork defeated Clayton Ridge tonight by a final score of 14-12. This has been a presentation of KCTN FM 100 Sports.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Warrior Viking Football is brought to you in part by Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, J&J Land Solutions in Edgewood, Northeast Iowa Sub-Drains in Strawberry Point, Edgewood Convalescent Home and Lincolnwood Assisted Living, Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, member FDIC, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, and Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at